Now. All right, this is Mark playing Tom. Mark's playing the Americans, and Tom's playing the Germans. This is mission 1 of Last 100 Yards, and we got some viewers with us tonight. And we are, this is a learning game, so we're learning how to play the game, learn also how to use vassals. So if you have questions, guys, chime in. If you, do you guys need any, Tom, do you need any kind of overview of the rules or anything, or you feel comfortable just jumping in?
I mean, we can just jump in and you can help me as we go for what I'm not appearing to know. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. All right. So the game will end if the Germans can control, that just means they have to occupy or pass through 5 wooden buildings, the brown ones, and then the church, which is the stone building, the church. So if they ever get control of those 5 buildings at the end of the turn sequence, the game will end. And then, of course, the final score is the time plus or minus the value of the casualty track. And then the Germans are going to win. I have the mission in front of me. Germans are going to win if they can do it in a score of 35 or less. And Americans win if the score gets up to 46 or more. And anything in between that's going to be a draw. So,
okay.
All right. So the first thing we're going to do, so the Germans start with the initiative on this one, and they have initiative modifier of 2. So if you keep the initiative each turn, if you had the initiative the previous turn, you'll get that modifier on your roll. Otherwise, you don't.
Okay. So there's no initial roll.
Not for the first turn. So you automatically start because you're the attacker.
Okay. Now I understand the steps. It says I have 13 steps and you have 7.
Yep.
So these units, they're not broken down currently, and correct. I just move them as they are right now, right?
Yeah, you can deploy up to 1 squad from each platoon. So at any time, basically, when that unit's activated, you could split it into 2 sections. Sometimes there's reasons to do that. Other times it's better to keep them as the squads because they're a little tougher overall as the squads. The thing about in this particular version, or the first game, the Germans will always break into, when they deploy, they've always got 1 squad or 1 section that's a little stronger because that's the one that's got the MG-34. But the Americans, their machine gun's not as strong, so they split into equal kind of sections. So the first thing you want to do, though, is you get a coordination roll since you have more than 1 platoon. So if you get 8, you can roll and get 8 or more, you'll be able to activate both platoons together if you like.
Okay, let's see. Here's a 1 dice 10.
Yeah, we'll use that. So no coordination. Okay. So then so now technically when you set up, you would set up your units in front of the hexes that they're going to come in. So if you want to take a second maybe and do that, you can.
Okay.
Because for units entering from off board, they sort of stage ahead of times, so you don't just sort of come on willy-nilly or whatever.
Right. And these half hexes on the south are still a point value.
Correct.
Okay. All right. I'm going to start moving my guys up. I got Rolf as the platoon leader and Lang. Let's see here. So I have to choose one of my 2 platoons. I think I'll start here. One. Now, how do I actually get them on? Oh, do I have to drag? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Drag them.
1, 2. Is he allowed to go into that building or not? Yeah. Is that legal?
That's legal. Because he gets 3 movement points. Okay. Now I put a control marker there for you. He gets 3 movement points since you're the active player. So, and there's no extra cost for buildings for infantry. So that's 1, 2, 3.
Okay. That's good to know. All right.
And then typically, if it were the board, and it's not super hard to keep track of it here, but you would put on the, the move marker like that. That's
Okay, I see it.
you put the markers on just so the opponent knows which units they can react to if they saw them and so on.
Okay. So now, am I not supposed to? I can see, of course, the phone. I can see your hidden units. I can't see what they are, but I don't see those units on my screen. Is that normal?
Yeah, you should not look at the share screen on your phone.
The cheating? Okay, no cheating.
You should not look at your phone at the Zoom screen.
Okay, I'll try to reserve that to looking at my markers only.
That's right. We found out that even if you check line of sight, that's going to give away where hidden units are. But there you go. So
there is no espionage in this game.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, the other question I don't know is, can I stack 2 of these squads? These are called squads, yeah?
Correct. And you can stack up to 3 squads, although that will bring up a fire penalty. Although behind the woods like that, well, I mean, of course, you don't know where my guys are, cough, cough, but you can stack up to 3, right?
All right.
All right, so
that is my,
yeah.
and
So
let
that's
me
that
see,
platoon, right? So then you call for reaction, okay?
yeah, that squad's done. I'm trying to see where my marker, what mark, that's a move action. So
Yeah, that's should be Alt I. No, sorry, Alt O. Of course, if you have the whole thing highlighted, then you
oh, movement. There we go. Okay.
sorry. Oop, there you go. All right, so then you ask for reaction.
Reaction.
Yeah, no reaction.
No reaction.
So then you could technically react, okay? Now, theoretically, you could bring Lang on with some units as a limited reaction, and I mean, you wouldn't do that because you have the activation, but I mean, there's other things you could do in reaction. But since you probably don't want to, then you would pass, and then since we both passed, the platoon activation is over.
Oh, so if as soon as I switch over to second platoon here, my second platoon, then that kind of abandons my first platoon. Well, actually,
Right.
they're third.
Yeah, and then we would take the markers off. And normally, like if we got a lot of units on the board, we would like maybe twist them or something. But I mean, it's not too hard to keep track in this mission. It's pretty small.
Right.
So yeah. So now it's second platoon's turn, and off you go.
Okay, so I can move these guys, and then let's see here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
1. Can I can just literally drag them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. German markers.
Yeah, and, I mean, you don't have to. Normally, you put them out. You don't have to right now, just because it's. I mean, I saw where you went, and I am. Well, then you'd pass it to reaction, but I'm not going to react.
Okay.
Now, when you get within 3 hexes of a hidden unit, then I'll have to put them on the board, although they'll still have their concealment. So,
okay.
So we can take that off now. So essentially, if I pass and it's back to you, but you have no more units, right? So the second platoon's activation cycle is done. So that's
right.
it. That's it for the activation phase. Okay.
Okay.
So now we go to fire resolution, which there is none.
Right.
Then we go to assaults, no assaults. Then we do mortar stuff. There's no mortars in this mission. And so the next thing is for you to determine the time lapse. So you can roll for the clock.
Yeah, that's something I don't know how to do. So what die roll am I using?
Just roll a single D10.
Okay, here we go.
Right, and if you look at the combat track or the casualty track, the game track, 3 is 3 minutes. I'll move it up. So we move it up 3 minutes.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, I can move it too. All right, cool.
Sure.
So it's at 3.
Yep. So then if there's motion markers, this is the cleanup phase. So motion markers come off. Any platoon leaders that were casualties come back. If you got deployed guy or sections that are together, you can recombine them. And then we get to this step here: conceal any units not in line of sight of the enemy. So I think all your guys are going to get concealment. So if you click, for example, if I take laying stack and separate out a little bit, if I go control, well, on my Mac it's control option. Or no, sorry, it's Control C, I think.
Oh, you know, if I just leave the arrow hovering, it shows me the whole stack.
Right. So
Okay.
if you do what is it, Option C or Alt C, that'll put a concealment marker on them, like that.
Look, Alt C, Alt. Okay.
Except if you select the whole stack, it's going to put one concealment marker on for each unit in the stack. So you just add 3 concealment markers.
Oh yeah. All right.
That's all right. We delete 2 of them. I got it.
Okay.
All right. And then since they get like movement trails on them and they got those little activated flags, you just, at the end, we can kind of just hit the deactivate all units button up at the top. I gotta move this.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah. So that'll just clean that up a little bit.
Okay.
And then it says reset counter orientation. So sometimes, like I said, if you twist the counters to show they've done something, you would reset them, and then, you know, whether we won or not. So neither of us, you haven't achieved your mission objectives, but if you want to surrender now, that's cool.
Yeah. Right. You know, just I know there's always a guy in the church, so that's automatic from what I've seen of other plays.
Mark,
It just makes it that much tougher, you know. So that makes it tough for the Germans. All right, so that's it. It's the next turn, and we'll roll initiative. So here we go. Americans, boom, 6. Try and beat that.
Ooh. Oh, that's not gonna beat that. Okay.
It is.
can I interrupt for a question?
No. Yeah. Who was that? Roy or Bill?
No, it's Bill. With Vassal, when he first starts out, you don't see your pieces on the board.
Right.
How is that emulated on actual board play?
So you would just like write them on a sheet of paper, what hex they're in.
Okay.
You just make notes about them.
All right.
Which hex they're in. So now you got a 1, Tom, which is a recon result on the fate table. So
that's right. 1s and 10s are.
yeah. If I had any units that were visible and that were concealed and they're within 5 hexes of one of your units in line of sight, then you could take that concealment marker off. So
Okay.
that's not
Doesn't apply.
Right. Doesn't apply.
Okay.
So I only have 1 platoon, and I've got the initiative. I flipped the initiative marker. So I'm going to go ahead and activate 2nd platoon, and we're going to pass it for reaction.
Okay, so you still have to activate the platoon, but you don't have to move. You just can say, well, I'm not going to move. I'm going to pass for reaction from you.
Yep. Now that leaves any of my guys available to react to your reactions.
Okay, yeah, got that.
Now,
all right.
Now, since you don't have the initiative, you can only do limited reactions. And the basic limited reaction is that a leader can activate guys that are stacked with him or adjacent to him in the clear or on a road, and they can do a maneuver action. Or any unit, with leader or not, can always withdraw. I mean, you don't want to withdraw in this case because then you're going back towards the edge of the board. But for example, I remember whoever's at the top, I don't remember, Lang could activate his stack and the guys next to him. But Rolf could only activate the guys with him, not that squad in the building, because he's not adjacent and he's in a building.
Okay.
So you can still get some movement out of losing the initiative. You're just more limited. And then as the reaction, you can only do 2 movement points or 1 full hex.
That stinks. Okay.
So it's 2 for reaction. Now, since it's your reaction, though, you can react with anybody that's eligible. So you could move all the guys you could move right now if you wanted. It's basically three of those stacks, the ones with the leaders and then that guy in G11 that's adjacent to your other leader.
Right. Okay. So now here's something I don't know. I think if I were to move like the guys in my wooden house. They're the only ones in there.
Right.
If I move them 1, 2.5 straight forward, I don't know what hex that is. It's the one in front of, in between E10 and E8.
Oh yeah, E9.
Except
Except
E9.
yeah, except the guy in the house can't do anything. He could withdraw, but that's about it.
All right.
So he would need a leader with him to be able to move.
Gotcha. Okay, but that's fine. My question was, if he were able to move and moved into that forest, is he now visible?
He would be, except all right, so in reaction, he only has 2 movement points, which is not enough to get into the woods.
Okay.
That would be 2.5 to go across the road and then into the woods. But yes,
right.
if you move within, if you move in a cover hex within 3 of the enemy, you will lose your concealment.
Okay, so that's the key. It's within 3 of one of your guys.
Right. And if you fire small arms, it's within 2 from cover.
Okay. All right. Well then, let me see now. How do I pick up this whole stack?
If you just like drag your mouse over it, like make a square over it, kind of like that. I don't know if you can see this. If I highlight it like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can just do that and then drag the whole stack.
Okay. Well, let's see who's in here. Oh, nuts. All right. So I'm gonna move these guys. Oh. In there. Bye, Matt. And then I'm gonna move these guys. They're 2 points into the house.
Yep.
Call for reaction.
So if I don't react, then I guess you pass back to you for reaction. By the way, if I click on this control marker down here in the other building, if I hit Control C, I can clone it. And cloning is a quick way to grab counters. I'll put that over
nice.
And then if you have the whole stack fanned out and use your left or right arrow keys, you can move counters up and down. So if I do that, I can move it all the way down to the bottom. All right. So I will not react. I will send it back to you for reaction.
Okay. And still I'm dealing with platoon number 2.
It doesn't matter.
Can I move?
It doesn't matter because when you're reacting, you can react with every eligible unit. So you can react with that other stack, which is what, Rolf down there. You could move him.
Yeah. Okay.
And you could have done that before too. So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to move this platoon first. I'm just deciding what to do with their limited movement now. I was planning on winning that initiative.
I know. That's
doggone. And I have a +2 to that roll, and it was still terrible.
Yep.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to move. Oh, yeah, let me grab all these. These guys are going to go right there.
No, they can't move, remember? They don't. Yeah, they can't. There's nothing to react to for them, and they're not with their platoon leader, so they can't do anything.
That's right. They have to be near their platoon guy. Okay, so all right. Well,
again, they could withdraw, but I mean, you don't want to do that. So
no,
right.
Not yet.
All right.
I'm gonna move here, these guys into here, and I'm gonna call for reaction.
All right, and I am not gonna react.
Okay.
All right. So if we clear all those, and then that's it. So again, there's no fire, there's no assault, there's no mortar stuff, and I have the initiative, so I will roll for the clock. That is 4 minutes.
Ooh,
that's moving along nice and fast.
Yeah. Son of a gun.
And other than that, I think Now, let's see. Yeah, so I don't, there's nothing that would cause you, actually, I think just by way of a friendly check. I don't know if you can see out line of sight. If I had units in that building, which I'm sure I don't, but if I did, I could voluntarily reveal them to make you lose concealment by moving through that hex. That because that's an open hex.
Okay.
So if you move out in the open within, I think it's 8, you'll lose concealment if I can see you. But you know, in this particular instance, I'd have to reveal my units to claim that, so I'm not going to mess with it.
Okay.
All right. So we're back to initiative now. Since you didn't have initiative, you won't get your bonus this time.
Ah, that stinks too.
Hey, 50-50 odds, right? So
But
there's mine.
okay.
All right. So,
You got a 5 and I got a 7.
all right. Back to the Germans then. Good for you.
Back to the Germans.
So again, the first thing you want to do is maybe roll for coordination just to see if you can.
All right. Coordination 7. Nope.
9.
Right. I need an 8 or better.
Correct.
Is that for the whole force, or is that just for that?
It lets him activate up to 2 platoons from the active company.
Okay, so both of these platoons,
yeah.
both of these platoons could activate.
Right. Right.
Okay.
So in this mission, it's all of them, yeah. But in other missions, it might be just a couple.
Gotcha. All right.
That would also let you activate like an infantry platoon and say like a tank platoon at the same time.
Okay. Fantastic.
So it just gets you 2 things to do at once. So you decide you want second or third to go, and then off you go.
Okay. And now I was reading again through the rules. I saw some rules for, it looked like vehicle rules, like shoot and scoot, halt and fire.
Right.
But none of that applies to assault or infantry units, correct?
Correct.
So I either have to shoot, which I can't because I don't see anything, or
Right.
move.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, this is kind of chess-like.
It's where it all goes pear-shaped.
Yeah, right. That is true. The problem in this map is that building that the Germans are in up top, I mean, that's a 4 hex dash to that next building straight across. I mean, that's
Yeah.
awful. This map is designed just to make enough bad open ground to cover.
Absolutely. But I mean, that's my objectives. And in reality, yeah, you would make a cautious approach, but sometimes you got to run across open ground, and I think this does that well. With
You got to dash that last 100 yards, yada yada.
Yeah, that's right. I don't want to, but I have to.
They're just cardboard.
No battle plan survives first contact.
Oh,
All right, so you're doing second or third?
That's true.
Let's see. This is my second. I think I'm going to do my second.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. Making the mad dash.
There it is. Okay.
I mean, it might be stupid. It's my first game, so I'm going to, I'm not losing. I'm learning.
Live and learn, or die and learn, whatever.
Yeah. And my next group is going to, let's grab those guys, and we're going to move up to here.
Okay.
And I'm going to call for reaction.
All right. So first of all, I've got a stack. Now, can you see that stack now?
Yes.
All right. So since you moved within cover, within 3, that loses concealment. And these guys out in the open definitely lose concealment. And I think that's probably, if I fire at your machine gun stack, I would not lose concealment. But Yeah, I don't, since he already moved, he can't return fire. I'm going to go ahead and fire at your leader, but that's going to make me lose concealment because I'm within 2. And all I've got is this machine gun, okay? So base firepower is 1, and we just check for all the modifiers. Range is 10, so guns range is 10, range to target is 2, so that's no modifier. And then the only other modifier that's going to apply is proximity fire, which means you ended your movement within 2. So that's going to give me a +1. So add that to my firepower, which means you're going to get a 2 DRM marker on you. Like that. Makes sense?
Okay. Yes, it does. Now, how do I place that marker? Let's just say, I mean, is that under the German markers or general markers? There we go.
Yeah.
Please.
It's Control S or Option S or Alt S. Now, you see, I just revealed another stack too, because if there's any units within 3 of my position, I have to put my guys on the board. That unit can fire as well. Let me see here. And he's a range of 1, 2, 3, which is going to be a -1 penalty on him. Okay, which would make him a net 0 marker. So both, but since he's 3 away, he's not going to lose concealment, even though he's kind of, you might see what he is, but like that. All right, so both those units fire at your guys there. Okay.
Right.
And back to you for reaction.
Okay, and so the guys that I moved can't react, right? That was their
Right.
activation,
Correct.
basically.
Right. So if you
So I don't
probably
really-
you would say no reaction, and then it would
Yeah.
go to the next next platoon.
Right. No reaction, because
Right?
yeah.
So and then I'm not doing anything else, so you're good to go for the next platoon.
Okay.
And no guts, no glory.
Right. Well, there's let's see who's in here. That's well, there's just a whole lot of. Okay, I'm going to move those guys into here.
Okay.
And then these guys are going to. Now, this is where I could technically start splitting up some, like I could move, oops, I don't want to do that. Is there?
Yeah, the undo is up on the top left, a little backwards.
Okay, so how do I grab the actual?
So if you double click the stack, that'll spread the stack out and you can kind of select individual units.
Oh, okay. Okay, so, and then, I see, here we go. Here's that guy. And here's that guy. That's the one I want. 1, 2. Three.
Okay.
And I will move Rolf with him. And okay, so what happens now if I don't move my last platoon? Does he get to react?
He would be available to react, but he couldn't do anything. Like he couldn't do anything. You couldn't activate him on his own again, so he can only react.
Right. So I'd lose my movement if I want to push forward.
Right.
Which I'm inclined to do here. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, let's go that. I'm making some gutsy calls here, Mark. Watch out.
Hey, like I said, no guts, no glory. So again, reaction, is that how you call for reaction?
Yes, calling for reaction.
All right, so then I got this stack here. And since this guy moved within 3 in cover, he'll lose concealment. Of course, the guys in the open lose concealment.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and take a shot at Rolf's stack there. So the only penalty is going to be a range penalty of -1. So with the firepower, that's going to be a net 0. And that is these guys here like that. So, and then I will call for reaction, but I don't think anybody left. So,
Yeah, I don't. That's it.
so since that's all over, then we can delete our activation markers here.
Deactivate all
I
units.
used putting out, but that's all right. And then deactivate all that stuff. Okay, so now we go to fire resolution. So we'll start at the top. All right, we got a 0 and a +2. So we'll go high to low. We'll go +2 and then the 0. I'll roll 1 at a time. So 1 becomes a 3, and 8 becomes an 8. Okay.
Dang it.
Yeah. So so the 8 is the one to work on. So what's going to happen though is because Lang has got a higher cohesion than the best unit.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to drop it another 1. So the final roll is going to be a 7.
Oh, so
Right.
that's
But
not a success for you.
it is because you don't look at Lang to see if it hits or not. You look at your best combat unit first.
Oh,
So
okay.
7's still higher than, so those guys are equal, so you don't really have to pick between them. But so the 7 beats the 6, so one of those guys is going to disrupt, and then you have to roll for the other squad and then Lang. So go ahead and pick one of those squads to flip. It's Control F, I think.
All right, let's see here. I'll okay.
And then now you'll roll for the other 2. Just call your rolls. You roll for Lang and roll for. The order doesn't really matter because Lang doesn't give a modifier to the roll.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the other platoon unit first. Is that technically a platoon?
It's a squad.
It's a squad.
3 squads and a
And-
platoon.
Oh, 3 squads. See, I don't know that breakdown. I
Yeah.
wish I did, but
And 3 platoons and a company.
oh, that's why they're 1, 2, and 3. First company, second company with okay.
So
So I'm gonna roll.
Yep.
Huh?
Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna roll for. There we go. They
All right,
got
so
a 6.
you want equal or lower, and he's okay. So he's okay.
Okay, and then for Lang, is that Lang?
Yep.
I need a 7 or less.
All right. So
Okay.
that's pretty good. All right. Then we'll go down to the other one, and I got just a 0 on there. So boom. So that's a 7. Now in this case,
Dang.
same thing applies. He's got the higher cohesion. He's got higher cohesion than the unit, but so that drops it to a 6. But that's still enough to disrupt the unit. And then,
Okay.
and then Rolf has to check.
And then here's Rolf's check with he's a 6 or less. Oh,
Busted. All right. So you just flip him.
okay.
He just disrupts.
Okay.
All right. And that is that. So, no assaults, no mortars, none of that stuff. So time lapse. So that's you to roll for the clock.
Okay, just a D10 roll.
Yep.
Okay. 6.
That would be 4 minutes. So that would be puts us at 11. Okay.
10 and 11. Okay.
And then I don't think anyone is out of line of sight now, so no one's going to gain concealment. And disrupted units never get concealment anyway. So.
Okay. Disrupted units.
So that's pretty much it. We'll go back to initiative. Ready?
Okay, ready. You go first.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Come
Oh.
on.
All right. Now here's this. This could be bad or it could be good. Actually, it's
Okay.
not gonna. It's not. Well, it might be good. So you gotta make a fate roll here on the table. So because you got that 10. So you
Oh,
want
that's
lower. You
right.
want lower.
I briefly read about this, but I don't understand it. Let's see what I roll here.
We're hitting all the rules.
What's that?
We're
Okay.
hitting all the rules.
Yeah, but that's good.
Oh, absolutely.
I I only briefly touched on this, so I don't really know what that is yet.
All right. So that's going to be a medic, which is going to let you bring a casualty back, but you don't have any casualties yet, right?
No, just only disruption.
Right. If I'd have to check the new chart, but I think we'll play it. We'll play it this way because I'm pretty sure it's right. If you get a medic result, but there's nobody available, then you can get the recover result instead.
Oh,
That's an update. That's an update. So go ahead and take the recover result. And if I'm wrong, but that's good. That's your advantage, so that's okay.
so undisrupt somebody.
You get to recover a whole hex.
Okay, so either those two guys or ooh.
Now, here's a consideration for you because you got Rolf and that squad. They're both disrupted. Okay.
Yes.
So it might be good to get them back. However, if you look at Lang's guys, if you automatically undisrupt him, he's in a position to make an assault because he's 2 away.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
He'd draw a lot of fire coming in. So
That's right. I'd rather get in that building, I think, first. Now, my question is, okay, I have one initiative, and then we made that roll, and then these guys are in. I'm just my brain's thinking here on what might be the better option. So, if I only disrupt Rolf's and his squad, the other guy that is disrupted up here with Lang, if I want to move them, does the disruption guy hold me back?
no, but now, so if you make a recover roll for the disrupted guy and he rolls a 1, then he rallies, which means he could go ahead and take an action, like he could move.
Oh.
If he doesn't, he's stuck there disrupted. The other option is he could automatically withdraw back to the other building there, disrupted, but at least he'd be in cover.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of tricky to decide. So but if you take your recover on him right now, you could duck into that building right there and grab another building.
Well, I'm gonna clear up Rolf and his squad. So that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Then you can roll for coordination.
Okay, now here we go. That again, I want an 8 or better. 10.
There you go. So you can go ahead and act with both platoons before you call for reaction.
Okay.
So you can do all the stuff you want.
So now that I've seen now, okay, so I don't know this little part of it here. I've seen your guys move or shoot rather. Can my machine gunner now lay fire on Jackson?
All right, so that question doesn't matter because you have the initiative. You can do whatever you want.
All right.
So yeah, so typically you want that machine gun putting fire on Jackson because that's going to suppress him. And it's going to be -1 when he shoots back. Okay.
And that's what I want to do.
Right.
I want to place some fire. So he's got a small arms value of 1. He's firing at 3 hexes away with a range of 12, but you're in a building. I'm trying to work this
Yep.
out. And the building is a -2.
Yep.
-2 +1.
That's it. There's no other modifiers.
Oh, that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
So that'll be a -1 marker on them.
All right. Can I put? Are you going to put it on there? Or
Yeah.
can I? Okay. -1.
Did you you gonna fire with the squad underneath him too?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Or I might fire. Let's see, where's that line of sight tool?
You looking at the one in the other building there?
Yeah, the one that's in F6.
Yeah, you can see him because the line of sight's not blocked on both sides of those woods, or the woods aren't on both sides of that hex there.
I see.
Because it's just
Right.
down the hex line. So
Just down the middle. Okay. Though I don't know if it'd be better to concentrate all that fire, because now he's 1, 2.
so that's gonna be a minus.
I'm just gonna focus.
So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
so
no.
like it'll be a -4,
I'm gonna
which is
focus
not
on where the machine gunner,
okay.
where the machine gunner fired though. Let's see his range. I'm trying to look at the counter. Oh, there. Oh, I had it.
He's a 10, so 3's not going to be a penalty, so it'll be the same.
So another -1 on him.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do that.
If you want, you can just Control C will clone it. That'll just duplicate it.
Okay, Control C. Wait. Oh, I have to click on that.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
All right.
Can I get a quick question?
Yeah.
Can he fire into a hex that where you have a hidden or concealed unit, like just blind fire?
No, he cannot. You have to have a target.
Okay, so you can't just like he couldn't shoot into F6 just to lay
Right.
fire, potential fire.
Correct.
All right, that's too bad.
Mortar fire can do that, but not small arms.
Okay. So that's those guys.
I'm gonna mark him just so I remember who shot. So
That's right.
Sure,
Yeah,
mark
the
that.
action. I want to take care of the other second platoon guys up here first before I move on. Now, you said the disrupted guy I can make a recovery roll.
yes. So
And-
here's your options.
Okay.
He can recover by himself and just roll. He can recover. Lang can help him and give him -1 on the roll, but that activates Lang. So unless that unit rallies, they won't be able to do anything else. So they would be stuck there. Or you could send him back to the other building, let's say, by withdrawing him and just get him out of the way, which wouldn't undisrupt him, but at least get him out of line of fire because you're not sure if he's going to recover or not.
Right.
And even if he recovers, he might not rally. He might just be stuck in that hex as a target.
Right. And if he gets fired on again while disrupted, that's going to be and a hit. That's going to be a casualty, isn't it?
Yeah, but the undisrupted one I think goes first. Like if I fired at a whole stack and like there was a hit, the undisrupted guy would go first. All things being equal.
Well, what I'm thinking here, and I don't know if this is smart or not in this game yet, but I'm thinking of Lang and the other squad running into the building. Possibly, if they can run 3, they could hit this far building over here.
Yep.
And then I would control 2. That would give me 2 controls.
Yeah.
Of course, it's running like the Dickens, across the field, kind of. But I'm trying to get objectives. I don't know if that's smart. It probably isn't. But again, I'm just kind of playing and learning
Yeah, sure.
and seeing what's happening with.
Just remember, the trick is if you're moving within 2 of my guys, you'll get that +1 on you.
Okay,
That's
well,
a dangerous one. That's the trade-off for there not being traditional sort of op fire in the game, where you don't fire at them every hex they move in.
yeah. But if I stop in this building here, they'll get that sort of +1 back by the cover.
Yep. I mean, they would in the other building too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna give it a whirl. I'm gonna go for it.
All right. You running
One.
All right. There they go.
Fortune
There they
favors the
go.
bold.
Hey,
I got the markers there for you. So
all right. Now this guy, I'll just roll, and hey, he got hit. I can't wait for him. I got to press forward. So I'm gonna roll.
all right.
What do I need to roll for
Use
this?
cohesion, so 5 or less.
A 5 or less. Oh, 50-50. Okay.
Nicely done. He rallies.
He rallies. So I can flip him back over.
Yeah, you flip him over and he can still activate.
Oh,
So you can
really?
tuck him into that building or go with the other guys.
Like I said, fortune favors the bold.
Yeah, no doubt. Or a 10 would have been good because then he would have been heroic and he would have to charge me.
I think I'll just keep him there, actually.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So I still have my other platoon.
Yep, because you got coordination this turn. So
Now what do we do here? Okay. I got that one guy here. I'm thinking. He's with Rolf. And my other guy is can't get. Okay, this unit, I'm going to move up into the woods right there.
okay.
This unit is going to fire on F6.
Okay.
No, wait. So I'm sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Does your own units block your line of sight?
No, units don't block line of sight.
Okay. I'll stick with my movement down there. The squad up in F or E9, I think,
Yeah.
is going to place fire on F6.
Okay.
So let me try to. Okay, so he's got a 1. His range is 4. Is that correct?
Just 3, I think, isn't it? From E9, right? To F6.
Yeah.
Just 3.
Don't count your own hex.
Yeah.
1, 2. No, I was saying his max range. His firing range is a range of 4.
No, 10.
Oh, there it is. The black.
Yeah, you're looking at his anti-armor.
Yes. Okay.
Or anti-tank.
Yeah,
fire.
10.
Yeah. So there's no range penalty on a 10 at 3.
Okay. So I'm going to place fire there Let me see if I can. What did you say that one? Let me see. No.
Alt S, I think, or Control S, one or the other. I don't know.
Control.
You gotta place it. You gotta place it on the unit, not the concealment marker.
It's Alt S.
Alt S. All right. Alt. Oops. Alt S.
Yeah. So you got no range penalty, but it's -2 for the building and -1 because I'm concealed. So it's a net -3, and then your firepower. So
he's at a -2 ultimately.
right. If you do Control A or Z, it goes up and down the number of the fire markers.
A or Z.
Or Z, I guess, go down, but so
Okay.
-2.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, we're gonna place fire there. And yeah, fire action. What do I do? Do I rush or do I fire? 2, 3. Huh. Do I stand and fire? No. Here we go. I'm going to go for an assault.
Okay, you can't assault from 3 away, only 2 away.
Okay, so
You may wanna duck into like D6 in those woods first.
yeah, actually, move right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay. And let me put the move marker. German markers. Oh, general markers. Where's the move?
I think it's no, it's under German maneuver.
Oh, maneuver. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Is that it? I think it's that's all your stuff, man.
Yeah, that's all my stuff.
All right.
You know, that's right. I forget that I can save somebody for a reaction.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how much the Germans want to do that in this mission. They gotta get busy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm figuring, but we'll see if it works out.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull this concealment off because they're gonna fire. So you got -2. They're gonna fire it. What was that, Lang up there? So it's -2 for the building, +1 because you moved. So it's a net -1. So it's gonna be a straight up 0. And my machine gun is gonna fire at the other guy right across the road there, or across in the other house. That'll be a -2, -3 because he's suppressed, and then a +1 because of that proximity fire. So a net -2 on a 1 is going to be a net -1. So like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and give up my concealment on this squad so they can fire at your guys moving in the woods, at Rolf's guys. So we're going to get -1 for the woods, -2 because I'm suppressed, +1 for proximity. So a net -1 should give a 0. That all makes sense. And also, I got to do that since you're within 3. Right. So, but you probably knew I was there. All right. I think that is it. So I'm going to take. Well, I didn't have any fire markers. You guess you can delete your action markers.
Okay. How do you delete?
You click them, and just make sure you don't delete the whole stack. Just delete that marker. Yeah. Control D. And we can do this to clean it.
Oh, there we go. Delete that guy. All right.
Got it. All right. So we'll do some fire. So I don't know. You do honors, man. So the order doesn't matter for fire resolution. It's all kind of
right. It's all simultaneous.
So
right?
you just call your shot and which marker you're rolling on and all that.
Okay. I'm gonna fire at with my machine gun H6. Is that? Or
Well, no, you just call which markers you're rolling for.
what do you mean exactly?
Well, you got markers on my guys, so you can roll for those shots.
Okay. Oh, I gotcha. Here we go.
Yeah.
So here's the roll for the marker on H6.
All right, so that's you got 2 -1, so you just go roll them right in a row. I mean, they're both the same or -1. So, all right, so you got a 3 and a 7.
Yeah.
So, and usually as soon as we roll, we pull them off. So, the 7 is going to actually become a 6 because of Jackson being higher than the machine gun, and then a 6 is not going to hurt the machine gun. So nothing there.
Okay.
All right, and you want to roll for the other one?
Yes. Here we go. It's just one roll there, right?
Yep.
Here we go. 7.
That's a 5, so that's not going to hurt me. All right, so I'll go now. I'll go counterclock, or I'll start with the 0 up at the top left there.
Okay.
Boom, nothing. All right, the -1. That's a 4, also nothing.
Wow.
And the 0 on Rolf, that's got to be something. Nope.
Oh. No.
Nothing. Just a 3. So
Nothing.
that's it. So now, no assaults, no mortars. Time lapse. That's you.
Time lapse.
Just a D10.
Yeah. Now, where's that actual chart? Like
That's-
I'm rolling the dice.
It's next to the clock on the game track.
But what is the chart I'm looking at for the
time roll?
Yeah, like what the results chart.
It's right next to the clock at the bottom there. See, it says time lapse on the game track.
Game track. Okay. So I see.
Yeah.
Time lapse. There's the rolls. Right. Gotcha. So I kind of want like
it's always
low
be
numbers.
between 2 and 5.
Okay. So if I want really a 5 or less. All right, here we go.
You want low.
Yeah.
Or not. That's good. That's 5 minutes. I got it. Ooh.
All right.
So that puts us at 16. That's all right. That's all good.
Wow.
About halfway. All right. So I think your squad in C7 is not visible because of those woods. So you can put a concealment marker on those guys if you want.
Concealment. I guess that's a general marker.
Control C will do it. If you click the.
Okay, Control C. I have to highlight them.
That or not was priceless.
The what?
The or not was pricelessly timed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the inflection too, or not.
Or not. Yeah.
Control C is maybe it's Alt C. Yeah.
Sure, Alt C, whatever. I can't keep them straight.
Now I got. All right.
Yeah, sorry, I put one on too. All right, there you go. All set.
All right.
All right, so back to initiative.
Initiative. Now I get the +2 bonus this time.
Yeah, you'll never beat a 3. actually, even if you get a 1, you'll win it because it'd be odds tied, and that's Germans.
So, well, here's the roll. All right.
There you go. So now, even though that's a 10, it's only an unmodified 10 that gets you the fate table. So no fate roll.
Okay, good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah, an actual 1, an actual 10.
I have to read more into that fate table. I was kind of all over the place in the rule book where
it just mentions it, but the results are just on the actual chart there.
Okay. All right. So now I do a what's that coordination roll?
Yep.
Here we go. Okay.
Denied.
Denied. Only one at a time. Here we go. So this is my platoon still. now that I exposed Rolf, exposed the guys in the church, sort of. Can they be fired upon?
No, because the line is going to cross through the wall in between here. Look, see, crosses that wall.
Oh yeah, I'm not talking about from them. I'm talking about from.
Oh yeah, like the guys in the woods there.
Yeah, straight across. But I think I don't know if I want to do that. Actually, okay. So okay, I'm going to activate. These are second platoon. I'm going to activate third platoon.
Okay.
And we're going to fire upon these same guys in the woods are going to fire upon the guys in F6.
All right.
Okay, so they got a range of 10. They're shooting 3 hexes, so there's no negative there. There's a negative for you being in the house.
Yep.
By 2. But then I got a +1 with my small arms fire. So it's ultimately a -1.
Yep.
Is that correct?
You got it.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to work this all out. Now if I can place the marker.
Alt S and then Control Z, I think. You gotta click my guy. Yeah, there you go. And then Control Z will knock it down. Yep.
All right. Okay, so he's gonna do that. He's gonna fire.
You can put your fire marker on him just so I don't lose track. It's just good habits. Okay. Good habits, Tom. Form good habits.
Yeah. Good. You got to get those habits going. Smoke, envelope. No, it must be a German marker. Place, maneuver, recover, fire. Okay. I'm getting 2 learning sessions here in one for one.
I know, right? It's the game and Vassal.
Yeah.
I've never been a big Vassal player until all the COVID stuff. But it's actually not as bad as I remembered it. So it's actually
it's actually pretty neat because, I mean, now if I was playing by myself, I would just use my physical pieces.
Right.
Better than no game at all.
Exactly.
Right.
But my wife plays with me, so I got a built-in opponent.
Yeah, you're lucky.
She's actually pretty good too.
It's extremely rare. Extremely.
All right, Rolf, what you gonna do?
All right, Rolf.
Bring it.
Rolf.
I want him to run across so I can tear him up.
He's not going to do that though. He's going to fire and put some suppressing fire down. So let me try to figure this one out. Rolf is now.
Did we all just hear suppressing fire in Tom Hanks's voice?
Now you mention it.
So it's going to be the same -1 result there.
Yes, it is.
Because even though he's 1 hex closer, that doesn't help him.
Right. There's no range penalty, just the cover.
Okay. So
again, simple thing is to click the marker and Control C it. That'll clone it.
Well, when I click the marker, both of the things highlight.
If you double click, it'll fan the stack, and then it should just click the top one.
Okay, and Control C.
Yep.
Clone. There we go. Got it.
It's a handy way to duplicate markers, even if you got to change the number or whatever.
Right. Okay, that's cool. So we're gonna lay suppressing fire. Rolf.
We're gonna not care. Whatever.
Yeah. Rolf's gonna stay with them. These guys are gonna be sneaky. Now, where is that line?
Very top.
Low line of sight. There we go. Line of sight. So
I can see if you scoot over one.
Wow. Well, now how do I use the darn thing?
You gotta like click on your hex and then drag.
Okay. So if did you see that line I made there?
Maybe. But I wasn't paying attention. I'll ignore it.
Did anybody see that line I made there?
I did.
Okay. Now I don't have the marker again. So this right to there looks to me like the wall is kind of
I'd say that wall's in the way.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that blocks.
So we're moving up there. And here's where I start to get a little cautious. I'm going to stop right there. I'm not going to go gung-ho.
The guys in F6 can see you though, so that means you lose concealment.
The guys in F6. F6.
Where your fire markers
The
are.
ones you shot at.
The big red -1.
Oh, they can see me?
Yep, behind the wall.
But, okay. But the wall is still providing at least some cover.
Yep. But since it's cover within 3, you'll lose your concealment.
Okay, so I should take that marker off.
Yep.
Make sure it's just the marker. Okay. Yeah, well, we're going to have to take some.
Worth the risk.
They got some suppression going on them, so they're at a negative. That's my hope. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's my platoon. I'm calling for reaction.
All right.
That's what I do like this reaction action deal with this game. That's kind of what I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't know how other tactical games really work because this is my first one. I've
really?
seen them on YouTube, but
yeah.
I mean, playing this and doing the whole reaction thing, and it's just very cool, very cool. But anyway,
2. All right, I'm gonna shoot those guys in the open just because it's gonna be a better by 1. So we'll go. It's gonna be -1 for the wall, -1 for suppression, +1 because you moved within 2. So it's gonna be a net -1. So that will be a 0. There's that.
not as good as I hoped. I forget that the movement creates a negative for me.
If it's within 2, yeah, yep.
Yeah, but again, I'm learning. I didn't remember that, but it's all right. I was gonna run anyway.
Hey, Tony, you got to move, but to get into the church, so don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I'll only
exactly.
I'll only selectively
about
take advantage of you while you're learning. That is going to be my only reaction. So
I don't think you realize you're gonna lose.
that's cool, man. This one's tough for the Germans. They don't have a lot of time to get it done, but it's possible.
Right.
All right, so that's my only reaction is just firing at those guys. Yeah. See now. So the frustrating thing is I want my machine gun to hit your machine gun before your machine gun hits me, but I can't really because he hasn't done anything. Right. So Mike's small unit behavior stuff means they're not paying attention over there. So go for it, man. Second platoon.
Okay.
And then, so
Well,
actually, since that
as you
platoon's
said,
done. Well, I should say, you want to react to that, or do you want to? Technically, you would react before you want it. But if you pass, then it just goes on a second platoon.
No reaction. Oh wait. Well, those. Okay. Anybody I fired or moved with, they can't react. So I have to react with my second platoon.
Right.
And no,
Yeah,
I'm gonna save
really.
that for. I'm gonna save that. So now you're still activating?
Nope, I'm done. You're done. You're done there. So yeah, just do. Oops, undo. I was just deleting markers for you. There you go. All right. So yeah, go for a second. But I'm just randomly like giving you casualties. You know.
Just because.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna lay down some more fire
All right.
on the machine gun and Jackson. This time, both of these guys are gonna fire. Okay. So I got again. Sorry if I'm slow, audience and Mark, but
No, you're fine.
I'm trying to go through these steps and figuring out these DRMs.
Take your time.
I want to
don't
see you
know 'em
snowball, Jackson.
Come on. Let's have a neutral audience.
No, I had to go with the Johnny Cash reference. Snowball him.
I don't know that right. What song is that? Is that a song?
Jackson. We're going to Jackson.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to Jackson.
We need a
Not
soundtrack.
Kansas City.
No, that's a great song. He did it with his wife.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, so I'm going to place a fire marker on these guys here. General. Place.
Are they both shooting at Jackson's hex?
Yeah, they're going to both go for Jackson. Place fire. There we go. So I'm just going to use the one marker.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're going to, let's see.
Those markers are mainly so the opponent knows who they can see or not when they react.
Small arms, DRM. There we go. Oh, I see. All these are in the menu too. Increase, decrease.
Yeah,
now, I need a -1 there, correct?
Yep.
And then I'll clone. Oh, are there two there? There are two.
Yeah, you might have selected the whole
that
stack. That's okay. Sometimes Vassal just works out. Sometimes it's a disaster.
Yeah. Okay, these guys that recovered and ducked into the building because they know what they're doing.
Yeah, that was pretty tight.
I know. They're gonna fire upon let me put my marker, German markers. No, general. No, is it German? Yeah, it's German. Fire. And they're gonna fire upon these guys behind in H5. Okay.
Yep.
Again, this is it's gonna be a -1, correct?
Yep.
Okay, general marker, place. There we go. We will control Z. There we go. All right. So they're firing. They're kind of, being suppressed, kind of. And who do I got in this? Lang and the other guy. That's it. Those are the only two guys in there.
That's it.
All right. Well, you know what? Oh, I don't want.
How much time is on the time track?
We are at 16. Whoa, where'd he go? Where are they going? Interesting.
They're going around. There's the control marker. They're going around.
Okay.
We're countering. We're surrounding.
Scorpion move.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Nobody can hit them. They got a free dash line right there, so I took it. However, I guess you could run into that building though, couldn't you, and take it back now?
Yes, I could.
Dang.
I could do that.
He didn't realize that until you told him.
That's right.
Yeah, I got.
He knows.
Oh, I know, but you got to remember, good habits.
All right, is that it? You ready
Now,
for reaction?
You can't leave a platoon leader by himself, or can you? But he can't do anything but he can't have any combat if you did, right?
He could get assaulted and defend, but he doesn't
And that's
shoot
it?
anything. Yeah.
Oh man, so I kind of blew it. You wouldn't want to give me that turn back, would you?
Go for it. If you want, that's fine. If you want to redo.
Nah, I'll stick with my decision.
I guess calling for reactions like taking your finger off the piece in chess, right? So,
Yeah,
well, we'll let you do whatever you want until you actually call for reaction.
call for reaction.
All right. So,
Live and learn.
I have an idea about this, but I'm not sure.
I got guys coming in at all angles here.
Yeah.
Actually, you're playing pretty well.
I don't want to get piled. I don't want to get.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
That is a withdraw.
That was a smart move.
All right.
Interesting.
So again, a withdrawal is 1 to 4 hexes towards your board edge. So
Oh,
you don't consider movement points or anything like that. You just get a straight rush back. Now the question is.
and they can't fire now either, correct?
Correct. Yeah, they're done. That's their action.
Okay?
That is a type of maneuver
Okay.
action. And these guys, oh man. Oh boy. See, what I'd like to do is move them into a hex with some other guys, but since they carry their markers with them, that would pile up too much on the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
Still, I think we want to make a kind of guard that church. That might be pulling it a little too tight, but we'll see. All right. That's it. That was my reaction. Oh, wait. Yeah, he fired.
The good thing for you, Tony, is that you're making him move out of his positions, so you're getting him to react to your movements versus sitting there spraying you.
Right. Well, I figured. I mean, I kind of read the mission objective, and it's like, well, you can't just sit in the woods and fire all day, because that isn't going to gain the Germans anything. So I'm taking my lumps and taking my chances of sort of surrounding. That, at least that's in my head what I'm trying to do.
You're doing well.
All right. I don't have any other reactions. Yeah, I'm done. So I think you're done too, right? So we can pull off your markers and then we'll do the fire.
Okay, pull off the fire action markers. Okay.
Wait, do I even have any fire? I shot one of your guys.
You shot the guy behind the wall down there.
No, he's going to die. I'm going to roll a 10. I'm going to show you how casualties work, Tom.
Okay, let's go.
All right, here it is. Boom. All right, that was a little idle boasting there.
And then there's that.
And then there's that.
I hate the vassal dice. All right, so go for it. Just call your shots and which marker. Well, I think they're all -1s actually, but whatever. Just call which ones you're rolling for.
I almost was going to say let's roll real dice and get the camera on it, but I don't like computer rolled dice either.
It's all the same. Real dice hate me all the same. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right, the rest are yours.
All right, so I'm going to roll for this one here in G3. Okay. Here we go.
Oh. So now, just the fact that he had cover is going to keep him from taking a casualty, right? Because it's a 9 instead of a 10. So that's help.
Okay.
All right.
Like I said, you're playing pretty well.
Well, the dice are kind of helping here too, to be honest. But okay, so I'm gonna roll for. Is there one or two? There's 2 markers in F5.
Yeah, they're both -1. So.
Okay, so here's the first one, 8, and here's the second one, 7.
All right, so the 8 becomes a 7, the 7 becomes a 6 because of the leader. So we're going to be safe. Safe. Same for the other hex. I think they're both -1s, right?
Okay, yeah, and I'll do that right now. Here we go. Boom. Nope, nothing. Nope, nothing. Okay. Okay, that was terrible rolls.
I'm gonna take a Luger off your dead body for my cousin back home.
Yeah. You know, I want that M1 Garand. I'll trade you.
We just trade each other without killing each other. Wouldn't that be fair? All right.
Yeah.
So no assaults, no mortars, time lapse.
Oh, do I roll for that? Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Big money.
Big money. Here we go. I want a 1-2, if possible.
You don't want big money.
No, I want to. That's acceptable.
All right. So that's 3.
So now I'm going to bring up the game track, and now that 3, I understand. Okay, the die roll there
Right.
with the time lapse. Now, what do I actually move? Am I moving that 3 minutes?
Yeah, you're moving the minute marker, so it'll go up to 9. So we're at 9. We'll be at 19.
Okay, so like that.
Yep.
Can you see that?
Yep. Then it'll reset when it goes around to the next 10 minutes.
Oh,
So
I
right
see.
now there's no casualties, right? So the score is the straight up time. So
Yeah. And what do I have to do this in?
you need 35 total score.
35.
And
And
the,
I'm at,
and the church.
and the church is mandatory, right?
Yeah.
I need that.
That is correct.
Okay. I'm at,
So that brings us back to now. Actually, Lang's guys are concealed. You can put concealment on them because no one can see them. So
Lang. Which one's Lang? That's
back by
not
the,
Lang. Oh, right here. Okay.
that cheeky fellow that went behind the woods.
Yeah, cheeky. He's concealment. All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me delete one. Okay. He's a cheeky fellow.
Yep. All right. Oh, we got to do initiative.
Uh-huh.
Here comes. Yeah.
7. Now I get a +2 again, right?
Yep.
Because I won it.
7's respectable.
Yes, it is.
Yes. This is the time in the game where you suddenly stall for some inexplicable reason.
That's right.
All right. So, let's see. I guess we'll activate second platoon.
Yeah. Being that's the only platoon.
His leadership tripped over a log.
Oh,
Yeah. Man. All right. I think, well, the first thing we'll do is we'll recover these guys over in the building. So
Okay.
we'll roll for them. Denied.
so wait, you rolled a 6 though, right?
Yeah, but they're a 5.
Oh, you need a 5 or less.
Yep.
Gotcha. So now, can they do anything? Was that their only kind of activation?
That was it.
Wow. So it's kind of huge to recover those guys.
Yeah. Now,
If
normally you could assault from 2 hexes away, and that'd be a prime target, except you'd have to come through those woods, and you don't have enough movement points on reaction.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So you get a little stallage from your loss of initiative.
Those woods are your saving grace right now.
Really.
for me, yeah.
No, for him.
Oh, for him.
Yeah,
oh,
You
for
you
the
could come
assault.
around- yeah.
hmm Yeah, that's right. Because I'm two hexes away. It's 2
Yeah.
hexes.
And after taking that, if you could, which you can't, then you're all over the church.
So I think Jackson, well, the machine gun. This is goofy. No, see, I'm in a bad position to, man. I think we're going to wait maybe one more few minutes here. All right, so the squad in F6 is going to put fire on Rolf. It's going to be a -1 because of the wood. So it'll be a straight up 0. And the machine gun will fire at the guys behind the wall just because they're easy target. That'll be a straight up 1. All right. And then that's it, right? So I'm going to, the guys in the church aren't going to do anything, but I will call for reaction. Now, just so you know, your guy in J8, no, J6, I don't know, that building up there. And,
Yes.
And Rolf and the guy behind the wall, you would get an enfilade shot on Jackson.
Oh, can he actually, let me see here. Where's my line of sight? Come on. I did it. I guess if you goofed the line, let me hold on here. Okay, I'm clicking on line of sight.
You could enfilade the guys in F6 as well with the machine gun over in the woods.
Oh, you have to drag, right? Oh,
Yeah, you got to drag.
That's what I wasn't doing. All right. I see. Now, what is that a bonus to the shot there from the rear?
Yeah, so that'll be a +1 to the now. So since it's reaction fire, and since I fired, that would the direction I fired would establish my frontal arcs. That's actually kind of dangerous for the squad because so essentially like this. For example, the squad in F6. So if I draw this line of sight like that, so that's the 180-degree line. So everything in front of that line, like behind the wall and Rolf, that would be the front because that's the direction he fired. And then everything coming from behind that. So for example, the machine gun in the other squad, that would be enfilade fire. Or likewise, actually it would be, I take that back. It'd be through this line, but I mean, it works out the same way. Same for Jackson's crew. So like the line would go like that, right? Where's the, so the guy in J8 or J6 could reach Jackson with an enfilade shot. But the thing about enfilade is if you take the enfilade, then you take that now in reaction. Otherwise, then it just sort of resets.
Okay.
And the yeah, go ahead.
These two guys have fired, correct?
Yeah, I should put markers on them.
Okay, there we go. So now, other than the guy in the church, who is not going to do anything at this time, right?
Correct.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
So basically, okay, so you're passing the reaction to me.
Yep. So anybody who saw those guys do that can do some reaction. But remember, Lang, even though he didn't see anything, he's stacked with a unit, so he and that unit could move.
Oh yeah, right.
That's a limited reaction.
Okay. Right, and he could essentially go into the woods there, which is probably what I'm going to do. Okay, my machine gun is gonna lay fire right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got a 12 range, and so he can shoot a long ways. But you're in a building. I got him. So that's -2. My +1 makes it a -1, correct?
Correct, but he gets the enfilade shot.
Oh, my machine gun too?
Yeah. See, all right. So remember, both these guys fired like this. So this is their frontal arc. Okay. So everything west of that line down toward the bottom of the map, that's their frontal arc, including the line. So any shots that come in from the other side of that line are going to get enfilade as a reaction. that make sense?
Yeah, so let me see. I'm trying to, they're actually, wait, that's that as fast as it, they're actually firing opposite of their marker is showing.
Yeah, sure. You could put it that way. That's a good way to do it.
Kind of showing that fire.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I need to learn those shortcuts. Right now it's all drop down menu, but
That'll give you a 1. So
Yeah, so I give you, so it'd be
0.
-1 for the range because it's 4 hexes, -2 for the building, so that's -3, +1 for the enfilade would be a -2, would leave you with a -1. Does that sound right? Does that math check out?
yes, that made sense. I'm just debating if I should fire or move. Huh. Okay, tell you what. That group is going to move there.
Okay.
The machine gun is going to lay fire. Where's my, now I can't make the marker. Oh, here we go. Oh, now it says US markers. Doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah.
So that was a,
I think it's -1, yeah.
okay, that was a -1. These guys in my unit number 2, well, there's a couple of 2s.
Second company, second platoon, first squad.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't do that. I can only activate 1 platoon, correct?
You're reacting though, so as long as you saw my guys, you can do it. They can do stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
so
that's
you're
where
fine. You're fine. He saw them shoot, so he can move.
okay.
I don't think
And,
there's anybody that didn't see something.
Right.
Other than Lang, but Lang can move on his own with his guy.
So my guys on E9 can also fire.
Yep.
Correct. So
Yep.
that marker is going to be 2, 1, a -1 again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that is not enfilade fire.
So we'll go there.
It works out the same.
Whew. This group is going to rush into the building and forget about firing.
Whoa. Out of control map.
I have been channeling that thought to you.
Oh, were you?
Yes, I was like, move into that building, move into
Hold
that
on,
building.
I'm checking the chat log here.
Oh, check away. It was mental telepathy.
Now here's where I kind of lost track, admittedly.
So
You won initiative, correct?
correct.
So I'm just reacting to everything that you're doing.
Yep. So all your guys saw me, like I said, except Lang, but he can do his own thing because he's, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lang is gonna.
that's probably about where I'd have put him.
Yeah, he's gonna move into the woods.
Now he will lose concealment because
Okay.
he's not gonna see you, but
Okay. Well, you can hear him spitting out orders at this point anyway. He's
I hear Deutsch in the woods.
Deutsch. Okay. And okay, this guy fired, mark activated. Where's my fire? He fired.
Right.
He fired and he moved. He's got a little activation tag, but I guess I could put a little movement maneuver, right?
Right.
Is that the right maneuver action?
Yeah, it's a
Marker?
movement. Yep.
Okay.
Aim for recover. All right.
So these guys down here by the wall still have to do something.
Right. So if they want to react, now is the time.
All right. Yes. Rolf and his pitiful band of rebels is going to fire again on the guys that are getting really heavy control clone. Okay. So he's fired. I'm going to mark him with a fire.
Yep.
He's firing straight ahead, straight across. Now, what do I do with these guys? Do I rush that church? I'm 2 away, right? I can.
Bring it.
I could. Huh?
Bring it.
I could do an assault. I still don't really know what's in there. Correct.
Correct. So here's the thing. Just considerations. I'll get a +1 for the rural building, and I will get to shoot at you with a +1 as you move in. And I will get a +1 because I'm still concealed. Although actually I'd lose the concealment if I shot at you, but still, I mean, it'd be tough odds, but yeah, get there first.
Pay attention to the time you got left on the track as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be in your favor. Then again, it might not.
Right. So my objective is to do this within, 35 minutes is a German victory and the church. I'm at 19 minutes right now.
Yep.
So in theory, I have a few, maybe churns first.
Right.
Maybe 2, maybe 3. If I roll good or if you roll bad, I guess, maybe 3 or 4.
We never lose.
I
shouldn't have said that.
Famous last words.
Okay, this next move here
How's that
is
go?
kind
Or
of big.
not?
I mean, do I try to take out one full? No, I'm going to lay fire on your machine gun. My guys are just going to fire up over the wall.
That's fine. Oh, you know what? Did I? Hold on a second. I did that wrong, didn't I? Nobody caught that. He's behind the wall. He gets a -1.
I get a -1?
No, I get a -1 on my shot. It'd be
Oh.
a 0 instead of a 1.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
caught it.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Technically, the rule is if you screw it up by fire resolution, it's too late. You got to roll what's there. But
Oh, for real?
Me being the gentleman I am, caught it before we do that. All right, go for it.
All right, so we're going to place a marker. So that is going to be a -1, correct?
I think it's going to be a -2 because you are suppressed. So that's additional -1. It's
Yes.
-3 total. So
that even, okay, just for the pure fact that I'm getting shot at, even if it's a 0, it doesn't matter. You're suppressed.
So that's one of the things I like about this game is that you got to decide when to fire, because if you put fire markers on there before they fire, then they're gonna, they're at a disadvantage. So I mean, it's really actual suppressing fire that does something.
Right.
Anyway,
well,
Yeah,
let's go for it.
Quality
I think
rule
that's
right
everything,
there.
huh?
Yeah, good rule. It is a good rule.
So, man, I'm gonna hold tight. Well, yeah, you're done.
I am done. That's everybody. I'm trying to.
All right, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything with the guys in the church.
Okay.
Keeping their heads down for the time being. All right, so we can clear all this stuff.
We're removing the markers, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And now we Actually, that should be done in the cleanup phase, technically, I guess,
No,
right? Or-
because it's just the markers for platoon activation.
okay.
So that just tells us who can react.
It just gets them out of the way now.
Yeah.
So okay. So now we're going to roll for all our fire, correct?
Yep. You go first.
Me go first. Okay, well, I'm going to start with the worst one, that -2 on the machine gun. Here we go. Oh! Kidding.
Yeah.
And then there's that.
And then there's that.
He breaks. Here I'm going to roll for Jackson. Jackson's okay. All right. Next.
Okay.
Jackson's tough.
And then, Mark, you're going to have to name this video, and then there's that.
Yeah, and then there's that, yeah.
Anyway, so I got 3, looks like 3, they're all -1, so I'll just do 3 right in a row, okay?
Yep.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Oh man.
Wow. 8 is going to do it.
The force is strong with this one.
Yeah, that was a little rough there. All right, on the left, the guy behind the wall is a 0.
Yeah.
Now he's a flipped guy. So there.
All right. Yeah, so there. So take that.
Come on, big money. Give me a 10. I need a 10. There we go.
Oh! And then there's that.
And then there's a casualty. All right, so check this out. So what you're going to do is you're going to open the German dead window. There's a button up above.
Oh, GE dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so this goes on the guy I got highlighted. You shot at the squad under Rolf, correct?
Right. So the squad goes to the dead pile.
All right, GE dead. What?
Okay.
What's this graveyard?
Yeah, right? So then,
Oh,
did you go?
I clicked on it and I got a graveyard.
Well, you got to like
That's
slide
funny.
him over there. There, I buried him for you. Take that.
Oh, but is he a 2-step guy?
Yeah,
Or?
he is. So the squad goes to the dead pile to keep track, but now you want to open the German cup that's next to the dead button.
Oh, yes.
All right, so you'll see on the far right that third platoon has 2 different cups. Okay, so what you're going to do is draw. So in the top cup there's 2 guys, and in the bottom cup there's 2 guys. So what in the physical game you would draw from all 4 sections. Okay, so the way we do it in this game is we do like even is top cup, odd is bottom cup, and then pull one out of there. Does that make sense?
Not really. Sorry.
So there's, since the Germans they have 2 different sections that make up their squads.
Yeah.
One has a 1 firepower and one has a 0 firepower. So you've got to draw randomly from between those 2 sections, but there's 2 sections in each. So there's 4 total sections. So if it was the physical game, you would just draw from 4 counters, right? In a cup.
Okay.
But in this, the way it's in Vassal, you're gonna have to pick which cup you're drawing from to get one of them.
Now
So
I have to.
Yeah, so I do like even odds and then pick which one.
I have to stick with the third platoon cups, though, right?
Right. So do like
Okay.
even top cup, odd bottom cup, and then just slide one of those guys out.
You could also roll. You could roll it.
Yeah. You want me to just do a random roll?
You could if you wanted to. Then you.
Well, but that's not going to say which. I mean, he's got to decide which cup to draw from.
No, but I'm saying if he rolls odds, he's one, and rolls evens, it's the other.
Right.
That way he doesn't have to, contemplate a thought process with it.
I said even odds, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
It's just like an extra step because of the Vassal. So
The thing is, I see the markers on top of the cup.
right. But if you draw one, it's going to be random. So there's actually 2 markers in each cup.
Okay. So here we go. I drew that one.
All right.
Okay, that's what my concern was. It's like, yeah, I can see which one's the better one, but it's random.
Right, that's what the even odd roll is for.
Okay.
Did you do an even odd roll?
No,
You just drew the better guy, right?
Wait a minute. Well, hold on. Let me delete this then. Okay, so let me undo that.
Sounds like he's got it down to me.
Right.
Cheating.
This is just because the way Vassal is. Like I said, normally you just grab all 4 sections and pull one.
Now, how do I delete this guy?
Just you know what? Slide him back to the cup. If you just you can you select him.
Okay. Oh no, he didn't go.
There you go. I put him back in the cup for you.
All right. So
do even as top cup, odd as bottom cup.
Okay, there's my roll.
All right, so
it's a 4.
I get. So all right, so pull that top cup again.
Okay.
All right, so then flip him because he's disrupted in addition to being that casualty. So I'm going to move the casualty track by 1 on the game track. And then you still need to make a roll for Rolf from that hit.
Oh, roll. Okay, Rolf. All right, here we go. Man, you rolled. That was a good roll. Here's Rolf's roll. 9.
All right, so he flips too. So that's good. So we're all taking hits today. That's fair.
And the hits keep coming.
That's right.
Oh, I wanted to roll low, not high.
Correct. So,
all right. Well, some sacrifices got to be made.
Indeed. All right. So no assaults, no mortar stuff. See, I had initiative, right? So I get to roll the clock this time. Big money. That's only 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are at 23 minutes.
All right. 23.
Now with the casualty track at 1, that's going to add 4 to the score, right? So technically now the score is 27. Does that make sense? You see that?
Yeah, the casualty track for me went down to 1, so that adds that little numeral on the far right hand lower corner.
Yep. So the attacker who wants a lower time is going to raise the score by losing, taking casualties. So, so it's the combination of the time and casualties that makes it tough.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So I don't think there's any other cleanup stuff. And then,
deactivate.
Everything's deactivated. So all you got to do is get the church to end it. All right, we're back to initiative. Here we go. Oh, that could be bad.
And I don't get a bonus this time, right?
You don't, so actually no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so here's my fate roll. Ready?
Yeah.
Ooh, recover. Ooh, that's a tough one. But I think we're going to flip this guy back just to be safe.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, well.
He's still getting assaulted.
Maybe that's fine, but we're gonna be ready for you.
You're gonna be a little more ready.
All right. Well, okay. I'm going to activate second platoon. Jackson is going to assist the machine gun on recovery, so that gives it a -1 to the roll.
Okay.
Which is a 2, which is a recovery, but not enough to rally him. So they're just done. Oh, I should do that over here.
Okay, guys, I got to take off.
All right.
Thanks for joining us,
in.
Roy.
Thanks, Roy.
All
Yeah,
right.
nice to meet y'all.
All right.
Yeah.
Here.
Back at you.
All right.
See you on the forums.
Yep. See you later.
Bye.
All right, and then the squad in the building there, he's a 6, so he is also good, but done. And
He recovered.
he did.
It's you rolled a 4, so it's below.
Right, equal or less.
That number's, what is that number in the corner again? Cohesion.
Cohesion.
Yeah.
Just kind of there. other games would call it morale or something, just how sturdy they are.
Yeah.
Get discombobulated.
Same difference, almost.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna pass it to you for reaction.
Okay, well. What do I got here? I have just him.
So remember, again, everybody saw that. All your guys can see all my units that did something, so they can all react. I don't think there's anybody that didn't see that stuff.
Right. And I only get one platoon at a time here, correct?
Nope. This is as many units as you want to react with.
Oh, I see. Now it's kind of a little more wide open.
But let's say you reacted with half of them, and then and then you pass it to me, and I don't do anything. Now your other guys don't have anything to react to. That makes sense?
Yes.
So in other words, to observe an action to react to, it's got to be like immediately before that.
So choose wisely.
Yeah. So you don't want to hold them off too much. If I gave you the opportunity to react with all of them.
This is a moment where you pretty much define the game.
You make it sound so serious. That was like a movie preview.
A lot of
In every soldier's life, there comes a moment.
In a world where there was chaos, there was one man with a hidden desire.
Well,
every game comes down to just seems like one round that makes such a difference.
Yep.
That's the mark of a balanced and good game, I guess.
I think so. I think
if
it keeps it tight right to the end, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, all die roll games can kind of sometimes be bad, but I mean, I think the designers know what they're doing when they're figuring out the odds for these rolls. So they make it more manageable.
Well, where the balance comes from in that is good tactical decisions on your modifiers.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
You know,
good point.
that tips the favor. So, you're going to have bad die roll, but you can offset that with good tactical play.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what do I do?
So I noticed you're looking at that guy.
Yeah.
So here's a consideration. If you rallied the guy behind the wall, like let's say you could roll and let's say you actually rallied him.
Yeah.
You could then use him to fire at my machine gun, and use say the guy in I5 or H5 or whatever, and you could get enfilade fire. Because if you could both shoot him from opposite directions, or the machine gun, whatever. But I'm just saying, but you wouldn't have that opportunity if you fired first, because then the other guy can't shoot, right? Because he hasn't recovered. Now you might not rally, but
That's the first thing.
As another note, the guys that are disrupted, they have to attempt to rally right now.
Oh,
because not right now, but in this reaction segment, because they're disrupted and in line of sight that activate a platoon.
Okay. Well, that's the first thing I'm going to do then, because they have to do it regardless. I'd rather do it at the beginning to see if they can do anything.
Yep, exactly.
All right. So I highlighted him, but I'm just going to make a roll here on Vassal. A 2. I want below.
You want a 1. So
I want a 1.
Well, you want a 1 to rally him. He recovers, but he doesn't rally. So.
Oh, so I can flip him, but he's considered. He's activated.
Yeah, he's activated.
All right. So, okay. Well, and then these two guys. Does it matter? Well, I'll try to rally. Oh, I got to make a roll. This is not. This is for the little unit, half unit,
Oh, the section, okay.
the section. I couldn't think of the name. So he's got an 8. So he didn't make it.
Denied.
Denied. He stays. You're laughing, you
He's
sucker.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at all. I'm waiting for Bill to do his dramatic rendering.
he's a quivering ball.
He's like, yes,
He found a rabbit hole and he's hiding out.
licking the chops. All right. Okay, Mark.
Guys, you've been down here. I can help you out.
Did you roll for
here-
Rolf?
No, here it is.
All right.
Something.
Technically, he rallies. I don't know what good that
But
would be.
but he doesn't have anybody.
I should have done him first then, right?
I wouldn't have mattered.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I mean, it would have
So-
mattered for your die rolls, but
Yeah. You're in trouble.
he's now. I'm in trouble now. I went from doing good to I'm in trouble. So he's activated.
Yep,
Rolf is activated. Is that correct?
that is correct.
Okay.
I mean, you're not completely done for, but that non-recovery or rallying didn't help you.
No, because
You really needed him to come back.
Yeah, that would have been good.
well, here's what I'm gonna do. The machine gun is going to fire at the guys in F5.
Yeah,
Your
fine.
machine gun.
Okay.
Okay. That is I'm trying to figure out the DRM here. He's firing 1, 2, 3. That's 5 hexes away. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yep.
And he has a range of. See, I need to look in the rules about this a little better too. What happened? Okay, there's my fire reaction.
So he's at 12 at a 5 is going to be a -1.
Okay, plus or add a
And
negative
the building. There's a building.
2. So that's a -3, and
Yep.
then my 1 moves it to a -2.
Yep.
All right, so
You
let's
got it.
add it.
Got it.
Okay, you got it. Okay,
There's that.
there's that. I don't think this guy can. No, he's blocked by the unit in front of him. The houses. Okay, so. We're gonna do an enfilade attack from the houses.
Okay.
My units in H5. 1, 2. So that's gonna be
So he's going to shoot the guy in F6.
no F5. The guy that the machine gun is firing at.
Okay, but that won't be enfilade
Oh, it won't.
because it's not coming in opposite sides. You could enfilade the guy in F6 using your guy in H5 and E9. I think that's an enfilade.
Yeah, fire has to come in from both sides.
It's gotta cross that 180-degree line.
Yeah.
You could do like that or like that.
Or how about where's my line sort marker? How about come on?
So what happens is as soon as you declare enfilade, I get to declare which is the front and which is the enfilade side.
Oh, okay.
So for example, if you did that and you also included, well, the machine gun just fired. So if you included the Yeah, it would. Yeah, it wouldn't really matter a whole lot. I would want to do the one where you're going to only hit me in the back with one unit. Does that make sense? Because you got those 2 squads in the woods that could fire.
Now, if you decide who you're firing on with a machine gun, right? And you then know the direction of fire. He then gets an enfilade if he's behind you.
Right.
Yeah, but not if you haven't fired yet. If
Correct.
for him to get enfilade on you if you haven't fired, he has to come in from 2 different directions.
Correct. Yes.
Which would be 180 to each other on your counter.
Right. So what happens is we decide, like, if he picks the fire, then we can pick which hex side is the front or back. So
I was just trying to clean it up a little.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make some more bold moves here.
Fortune favors the bold.
Yeah. It did for a while. Let's going to see if it continues.
Well, you departed that line of thought. You left.
Yeah.
And so did it.
Yes.
When you were down there with your unit against the wall, you should have assaulted with that, but he made you Frady scared.
Yeah, he talked me out of it.
Yeah, he did.
He's like, "Well, you're gonna take some massive negatives there."
Yeah, I said,
just consider my advice: a dead body with a briefcase.
Weekend at
all right. When I get more experience with this game, Mark,
Well, you've made a lot of good choices. This is
actually you got a pretty good setup, Tom.
Yeah, he does. I mean, this is one of the
trick is going to be finishing it up in the time.
Yeah.
Right. So here's my plan.
One of the best efforts I've seen for the Germans.
Yeah.
I don't know how to place a marker here. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna fire on the guys next to the machine gun.
Right.
So I'm trying to find out how to place that marker. Maybe I have to double click. There we go.
Are you gonna try enfilade or not?
Well, I mean, kind of, because my other unit, you haven't seen what it's going to do yet. So,
so the thing about enfilade, though, if I haven't fired, you have to declare all your firing units. Does that make sense? So, like, this guy can. This guy. Come on, undo range. This guy could fire. This guy could fire, and this guy could fire. And then you say, I'm doing all 3 of those guys, and then I would tell you which is the front as far as enfilade is concerned.
Okay. I'm not going to be concerned with enfilade right now.
Okay.
I'm just going to fire on that building, and I think that's going to be a -1 there.
I believe that's correct.
Now and these guys. So there's one group. Okay, so these guys, here we go. These guys are also going to fire. I'll put a fire marker on them. No, nope. We're going to run right there.
Oh,
nice.
These guys are going to run. Can they assault?
They can. So you would move them 1 hex. Okay. You just move them 1 hex and then put an assault arrow on them.
Oh, I had it. Okay, come on. There we go.
So flip that marker. If you flip that marker, I'll give you the arrow.
All right, trying to flip it. Come on. There we go.
And then you put your unit in there with the arrow. Like
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
And is that the hex you're going to go in?
Yeah, that's the hex I'm going to go in.
All right, let me just check something here. Yeah, I could shoot you from the church there, but all right. Are you done with all your reactions? Or are you assaulting with Lang over there?
Oh, that's right, Lang.
I want you to forget.
Yeah.
I want you to
We
forget
got to
the
go
party.
for it. Huh?
I want you to forget the party over there.
Yeah, we got to assault. I got to do it.
All right.
It's now or never.
So now he gets a straight up flag because that's the assault hex.
So okay, got like that.
Yeah.
I'll have to read a little more about assaults still. So
All right. So
Okay.
any other reactions? I think that's all your guys, huh?
that's all my guys.
So do I want to shoot at the guy that's running towards the church or shoot at the guys that are assaulting? Oh, decisions.
Choices.
Either way, we'll lose concealment.
I'm not making it easy. If I'm going to go down, I'm not making it easy.
That's all right. I think we're going to shoot the guys running because I'm going to get the bonus on that.
Yeah.
That'll be a good shot. All right. Anything else? So I don't think there's any more reactions. So you would go ahead and flip that assault marker and move those guys into the hex, unless you want to feint.
No.
I
I'll read about that later, but that's my intent is to go in.
Yeah.
Going in.
Only go.
I play with a guy. I'm like, he's like, do you want to feint? I'm like, I never feint. Never feint.
Never faint.
Never feint.
All right.
That can be bad, but
So they're in there.
Do I look like a goat?
yeah, right.
Dude.
All right. And then so you can flip that. That'll put the arrow on there. And the control marker does not move because you don't have that building yet.
No.
All right. I think
Keyword yet.
Yeah, right. I'm losing my confidence. It's falling apart. All right, look, I got one shot on you. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. All right, with the +2. Guess what? Kapow.
Jeez. So
Same thing. He'll slide to the dead pile, and you're gonna have to pull a third platoon. You know which section you're gonna be, and I will move the casualty marker up one.
okay, so I got to activate the GE dead, and then I put him there,
Yep.
and then I take the cup. Oh, let me roll for odd or even.
Right.
Even.
Yeah, so that's the other guy. That'll be your other section from the top cup.
All right. Well. All right.
No, that's the wrong guy. That's second platoon.
Sorry.
Wait, no, what second? Was that second platoon that?
Let me look in the GE dead. No, it was third.
Yeah, it was third. That's what I thought.
Okay, let me.
Slide him back and
Oh,
you just slide him back to the cup.
cup. There we go. Okay. Oh, he didn't go.
I got
I'm
it.
grabbing it. But,
There you go.
oh, I have to have the cup open, don't
Yeah.
I? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so now third from the top, third
Right.
platoon.
So now
Okay.
you notice that cup is empty because you've got both of those sections on the map,
Yeah, I see that.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
And he's
So
disrupted.
no more casualties.
I know that's I can't. Okay, so I'm gonna do my fire marker first, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna roll with a
Which
minus. Well, there's only one guy getting fired on. That was
No, the assault stack's got one in there.
yeah, we'll do that next.
All right.
So I'm gonna do the one without the assault first. Here,
All right.
Here's the roll. 10.
Oh, he survives. He had some good hits, man. It's just that cover that saved me. All right.
Yeah.
The other one's a -2.
Okay, yeah, I can't even see the stack anymore on him.
Just hover over and it'll show you all the stuff.
All right, okay, a -2. So here we go. Here's the roll. Not good.
All right.
Not good.
All right. So now we do the assault. This is the fun part.
Okay. Yeah, I get to learn about this.
All right. So the simple way to do it is you total up you total up each side, the blue numbers, right?
Blue numbers. Okay.
So you'll see it's 2 to 2, right?
Yes.
So then we just go down the assault modifiers and then add them to either side that gets it. So for example, cohesion differential, there's no cohesion differential. You're 6 and my 6, so it's even. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
Except your leader is 7.
you just check combat units.
All right.
This is a straight up roll, isn't it?
Well, it's not quite. So you're not assaulting a regrouping force, but I am defending in a rural building hex. That's going to give me 1. Okay.
Okay.
We're not concealed. It's not LATW. Not heroic. It's not defender in a hill hex. There's no envelopment, urban building, no vehicle stuff. So I'm going to get a +1. So it's going to be 2 to 3. So you're going to get a -1 on your assault roll. That make sense?
On a D10 roll.
Yep.
Punch him in the face, Tony.
Okay, so I make this roll then, not you?
Correct.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so
jeez.
A 5.
you are repulsed. So, so you look at the result on the chart. It's not an urban assault, so we just ignore the first step. There's no vehicle destruction, so ignore the second step. Next is the attacker has to retreat. So you got to go back at least 2 up to 4 hexes.
Okay.
Your
So
board edge.
I have to grab my guys and get them out of there.
Yeah. So
Can I go to that building?
yeah, so that's fine. Which
Okay.
actually give you control of it.
Yeah.
But then you'll make a cohesion check since you're retreating. So you just make a cohesion check.
Okay. And I got to get a 6 and under, right?
Correct. All right. So
There's
he's
1.
That'll do.
now he is going to be well, so yeah, so you retreat, your cohesion check, then the riders and truck passengers dismount. Now we check for leader loss. So I got to check for leader loss. So whether you win or lose, every leader always checks. So 1 or 10 is bad. So Jackson's okay.
Okay, you got a 4.
Now, if I had lost, he would have to make a cohesion check in his retreat and a leader loss check. So that the retreat cohesion applies to everybody, and then the leader gets an additional check to see if he's dead or not. So, I mean, leaders add a point in the assault value, but they can be a little risky. Okay.
Okay.
Now, since nobody's on both sides for this result, we're going to get regrouping markers, and I don't know where I think it's a general marker. Yeah, place regroup. So I get a regrouping marker, and you guys are going to get a regrouping marker.
Okay, under general, regroup. There we go. Okay.
And that was an assault.
All right, not bad. I'll read more in that later.
Well, here you can train on the next one over in this other building.
Oh, that's right. Here we go. That's right.
I'll let you work out the numbers on this one.
He's getting his mount training.
Okay, so I have a number. I have 3. It's 3 to 2, just flat blue numbers, and then you get that. It's really 3 to 3 because you're in that building.
Correct. And
you're I don't know what else. And
first one on the list, cohesion differential. Your 6 beats my 5 for those squads.
Oh, okay.
So it's really 4 to 3. So
I'm at a +1 on this roll.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Yes.
All right. So 9 is just generally bad. Now, if so again, no urban assault, no vehicle destruction, all that stuff. So I have to retreat. So again, a retreat is 2 to 4 hexes. However, you can go to an adjacent hex if it has cover. So
okay.
I'm just going to stop there. Okay.
Why wouldn't you want to retreat into the church?
Because that's not towards my board edge.
Oh, it has to be your board edge?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So
okay.
Cohesion check, no good. All right. Now, I'll delete the salt marker. Now, you have to check for Lang.
Ling, that's right.
He's your leader, right? So 1 or a 10. You want a 1 or a 10? Not really.
I was gonna say, are you? I got a 3.
So he's okay. And then you put a regrouping marker on your guys.
German markers, control, no, general.
General. Yeah.
Regroup. Okay.
It did.
And then now my guys don't get a regrouping marker because they're disrupted.
Okay.
That's slightly worse.
What a round here. This
Yeah, right. That's
was
We're hitting all the rules.
I know, right? We get to practice all this stuff.
Seriously, everything that was like ever missed in all the other games I've watched has been covered in this one.
Good.
well, that's
Good.
great.
All right, so that's it. Assault, mortar, time lapse. That's my roll. Yes.
Oh, come on.
All right.
I mirror that sentiment.
And
Who
then
said
there's
long, Bill?
that.
I got to root for the underdog. Come on.
I hear you.
I mean, it's his first game. He's not played a tactical game like this before.
He's doing very well.
Putting it on you.
He's doing really
Yeah,
well.
and he's putting it on you. I gotta go for it.
I might even be rooting
I love-
for him.
I love you, brother, but
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. I'm pulling for Tom too. All right.
Awesome.
All right.
You
So,
guys are awesome.
yeah.
you want him to have a great experience on his first game.
Absolutely.
So that means like
I'm
almost
sold.
let him win. Like he thought he could have, but then
Yeah, and then you just snatched it back, saying his tears are delicious.
Let
all
me
right,
see
you
what the.
you ready
who's
for
that
initiative?
feedback
Here it
at?
comes. Here it comes. Oh,
What'd you get?
a 1.
The mighty.
Oh, this is initiative, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I
there
won.
you go.
All right, there you go. All right, so
Justice
current
is served.
score, by the way, is 28 plus 6. We're at 34.
You got to be bringing it.
We're about to enter draw territory.
Yep.
But I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not
All right.
likely though.
So, I guess you can give it now. Okay, so I rolled that 1, right? I could do a recon, which would let me take a concealment marker off one of your guys, but you don't have any, so it doesn't do anything.
Gotcha.
It's just a handy little bonus for getting a crappy initiative roll.
Yeah. Now,
Anyway, so but you can do coordination.
oh yeah, coordination. Right. I forget about that. Here we go. 7.
Nope.
Not quite. Not quite. That would have been nice to have right here.
You get to put the marshmallows back on your barrels.
Now, okay, so now that I have a regroup marker, oh, it's just a -1 fire, just like the marker says.
No, what that means is it's -1 fire against an adjacent unit. You can only fire at adjacent units when you're regrouping. But keep in mind, if you regroup, the whole stack rallies, which means they'll be available for actions. So regroup is a little easier than recovering a disrupted guy.
Okay, I will further read about this, but am I able to move?
Yeah,
Like-
so if they successfully regroup, then they're considered rallied, which means they're available to be activated for something else.
Oh, okay, so is regroup one of those mandatory actions that you have to take? You know, like recovering?
I think I don't think it is. Let me double check. If they're the disrupted guys, it is mandatory that they have to try to do that. Nope, you are correct. So yes, regrouping, they do have to try. So when you activate those platoons, the units, so for example, like you have the initiative, you couldn't just pass and not do anything. The guys that are regrouping or disrupted have to attempt a recovery if they're line of sight of the enemy. So
That's a downside of where you're at right now, is you've got so much flipped or regrouped.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, I kind of had to,
that's where you're in trouble.
yeah. But this this squad down here in D5, they're fine to do whatever, correct?
And they got one job to do, and they better do it well.
And
That'd be
exactly. So that job is declaring an assault.
All right. So you're activating 3rd platoon, I take it?
I have to, yeah. 3rd platoon, and machine guns kind of more like part of platoon 2.
Correct.
But I'm gonna deal with 3rd platoon first. So I'll get the marker, general marker, actually German marker, assault. Okay, and I'll flip that marker.
Yep.
Oh, how do I flip it? Control flip.
Control.
There we go.
There you go.
Look at that.
If you
Keyboard
really want,
shortcut.
you can control bracket and turn it so it looks all official.
Yeah, that's real official. I'm liking that.
And he's not running into the wall.
Right. So my next order of action is going to be to recover these guys here. Okay. So I need to roll a dice and roll a 6 or under.
So if you want, Rolf can activate and help him roll if you want. And if he rallies, then Rolf also rallies, and you could activate him. Otherwise, he's just activated. But I mean, you could get a -1 if you wanted it. If you want to use Rolf to do that.
Yeah, I'll take
Do it.
commander bonus there.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Do it.
Right. See, those are the little rules I'm gonna know eventually, but right now, hey. But yes, that makes total sense to do that. So I'm gonna.
Plus, you got to look at the watch, and you're on the clock here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you thinking Rolf ought to run 3 hexes?
Well, he can't get that far.
Can't get there.
Can't get that far. So I don't. If that was a hint, I didn't grab it. So I gotta.
I think
activate him.
you probably want to use Rolf, because if that helps you rally, then see if you just do the section by himself, he rallies on a 1. But if Rolf helps, he can rally on a 2, right? Because a -1.
There you go.
So
Yeah. Okay. So
you want to get these guys back in the action before it's too late.
all right, I'm gonna rally with Rolf. All right, so I need a 1 or a 2.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, come on.
What?
And then
What?
there's that.
And then there's that.
And then there's that.
All right. So he recovers, and then he's available to do whatever.
He flips.
That's better than chicken.
So you can actually activate him to do something.
Yeah.
Shoot him in the face.
I'm gonna now. Who?
You could maybe slide the casualty track to help you out.
Okay, let me see here. What do you mean by that?
Because that's something you might not be considering. Is you can the casualty points also can help you out. You're hurting right now because he's got some dead guys on you.
Right. So I should
can sort of reclaim that by shooting somebody in the face.
Yes, which F6 looks like a great target for that.
F is for face.
Nice.
Now, is this line of sight blocked by the wall, or can I fire? No, I can't fire over it. It's blocked to the church.
That's gotta be. Yeah, that's blocked.
Okay, so forget that. We're gonna fire. Place fire marker dead ahead on these guys.
Hold on 1 second though. Here's another consideration, just for consideration.
Okay.
If you could possibly recover that disrupted squad there in E8 or E6. And let's say he rallied. All right, you get a 1. He could assault the unit in F6 and pin him so he wouldn't be able to try to recover.
Okay, yeah, you know what? You're right. I should do all
I
my.
mean, it's a possibility that might make your decision different. Since Rolf and his squad rallied, you can use them anytime.
Okay.
Well, I mean, while they're activated, whatever. But I mean, they don't have to. When they rally, they don't have to act right away.
Okay, we're gonna go for a. I'm gonna try to rally him.
Sure.
Now I need a 1 to do
Yeah, you need
that,
a
or
1 to
no?
rally him.
Cohesion and under.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Of course.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that didn't work, but it was. I mean, it's a possibility, so it doesn't hurt to try. And he's he had to try to rally anyway at some point, try to recover.
Yeah.
That's a mandatory.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to plug in my phone. Hold on.
And I'm going to grab a cup of water very quickly.
It's a little bit later, and then what you could do is take the one on D6 and swing him down to try to support the church attack. You could maybe get some firing on that church if you move them right. You know what I'm saying?
I think I got a lot of stuff popping up on me here. I'm trying to close out these ones. Okay.
If you move D6 up to go after those guys that are disrupted, right, on some kind of assault,
Mhm.
that would be a problem, because then they no longer can help support the assault on the church. You could take those guys, bring them down into a firing position, and put fire on the church should your assault not work out the way you'd like it to. And then the other 2 units that are over in the woods in H and G, I'd put fire on the disrupted there.
Yes.
Try to get the casualty track in your favor, or not in your favor, but diminish it a little.
Sure.
Back a bit.
Okay. So these
I was
Rolf
coaching
and
him.
his.
I'll admit it. I was coaching him.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything he said honestly has ran through my head. I'm wondering. Okay,
It may have run through your head, but that would be a no-brainer. I mean, it would be automatic for me.
Okay, so Rolf should move. Can he move in the unit on top of the disrupted unit? Can he move right over him?
Yeah, he can go there. Now, a regrouping unit can fire in reaction
Okay.
instead of regrouping.
Yeah, which is why you'd want to bring him down.
Down.
Yeah, bring him down into a firing position behind this assault.
I'm not following that. What do you mean?
You got D6, right? You could move that into a firing position so it could fire on the church. It can't fire through the wall. It's doing you no good.
Oh.
You got the assault coming up from that direction. So
Mhm.
so here's what you could do. You could use that unit on D6, move it down to support the assault, and it takes up a firing position. If the assault is successful, then they can follow up, and you can hook and ladder that assaulting squad over into the center of the board, right?
So we're saying like move over here, 1, 2, 3 spots.
You don't even have to move that far. You could move over to C5.
C5.
Yeah.
There's no particular bonuses for being that close.
No.
And then you have cover from the wall.
But okay, but these guys can
Not from the church, though.
Not from the church, but should you rally those guys somehow, they would, they'd come back into play. So rather than take fire from the church and the guys, say on F8, F6, then they're in a better position to not get whacked.
Okay.
Um,
So, okay. So,
but hopefully your machine gun and your squad in the woods on the G and H row are
Yeah.
going to put it to the guys on F6.
yeah, hopefully.
Well, I mean, they were trained. You got to have faith in them.
That's right.
I
Now-
mean, if what are they doing otherwise?
Right.
I mean, they're doing absolutely nothing if you don't do that.
And they get to now, Mark. They can fire right now, or did I only deal with platoon 3?
Only third platoon.
Okay, so
You have to give it to reaction.
okay, so then I'm gonna give it to reaction right there.
Well,
Whoa!
you got to
Wait.
move. You want to move Rolf first if you're going to move him.
Didn't I?
No,
No.
Where's
he's still in the woods.
Rolf? Where are you? Oh, this guy. Well, that's Lang.
Wait, there's Rolf.
Rolf's in D6, isn't he?
There you go. I put him on top. Head of the pack.
Where is he?
You don't see him? I put
No,
him
I
on
don't
top
see
of the
him.
stack.
No, I don't see him.
You don't see him?
Negative.
No, we're not locking up, are we?
I see Lang. Rolf is with the guys that wait. Yeah, Rolf is with the guys that moved to C5.
There's nobody in C5.
There's not.
Rolf is in D6.
With the section, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't move him yet, right?
I did. I moved him to C5.
No, he's not there. He's in D6.
Oh,
You thought
Yeah,
about moving him there.
let me see. Well, I can't undo a move. It may have locked up, I guess. Because to me, they're in. I don't know if you can see my screen.
Oh, you know why?
here.
You know why you got him activated.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's. How do I unactivate this?
Deactivate all the guys.
Yeah, and then go back and activate the guys outside the church on the assault. And then you're square. See, you did that move just like you did there, and then you took it back. That's how that got activated.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Well,
So
now they should be in D6 still.
right.
They are. Yep.
I'll put him in C5, right? Is that where they're going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops. Nope.
Oh, what are you doing?
It's kind of a leap there.
You're gonna get him killed.
that was an accidentally done.
You're gonna run to C4, back to C5, taking fire
go.
all the way.
All right. So, do I get to react now?
Yeah.
Hey,
We'll start with Jackson and his regrouping role here.
we're going to Jackson.
And that's a 6. Jackson will help him, so -1. So he's good. So he regroups. And then the machine gun will put some fire on your guy. That's a 1. Well, because, yeah.
Yeah, but he's a sacrificial lamb.
All right, then the disrupted squad's going to give it a go. He's good, but he's activated, so these guys fired.
Now you can see why it was important to be behind that wall.
All right, and then sorry, I forgot the most important one. Got to fire at those guys coming at me in the church.
And your little dog, too.
And your little dog too.
All right, that is all my reactions. So you can react or you can let it go and activate second platoon.
React.
I'm gonna activate second platoon.
Yeah.
We're gonna fire. We're gonna fire. Come on. Ain't looking for these markers. Fire at these guys, and that should be in some ways Vassal's great, and in some ways, just having the physical components.
I know.
It's free. It's free.
It's a good point. It's good to keep in mind.
It's free.
Yeah,
You can't get mad at something that's free.
that's true.
He's
And
shooting an
it's-
F stick, right?
Yeah, that's what.
Right.
Thank you.
-3 because of the range and house, and then yeah.
Plus one, yep.
And these guys are also going to fire in G. What is it? Yeah. So I'll put a fire marker there.
All right, that's only a -1 for that one because they're closer. So
Okay. This guy's gonna try to regroup. Lang.
okay,
So what role is that again? That is
you're rolling against the best combat unit in the hex.
which would be a 6, correct? Yeah.
But you can use Lang with a -1 if you want.
Yes.
So
I'll do that.
You've
So-
got to get this roll.
Here's the roll. Got it.
yep, so he's
Right.
good. So they're rallied, and he can do something.
So I can delete that marker, regroup.
Yep.
Let's go. We're going to go for an assault.
What?
No? Wait.
I don't know. You might get the odds there.
It might, but then he's giving up that building because you're right behind him.
True. But he already has 5. But here's
Does
the
he?
other consideration, Tom. You move all those guys into the church, then Lang and his squad are also going to get that 2 on them.
Well, maybe I should just lay down some fire here on the guys in the woods.
Could.
that could change the casualty differential. Might help you out.
Or,
You could assault them too,
Right.
with 3 to 1.
Yeah.
or I could put
4 to
fire
1.
on the church.
4 to 1.
Or you could fire on the church.
That church kind of important.
Yeah, it is. That
It's
it
also
is.
made of stone.
So's your heart.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
And neither one of them gets hurt by bullets. So.
So what does that mean? The stone, it's harder than the roll.
-3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beast.
You got a +3 if you want to assault that disrupted squad before they recover.
Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna
Now
put
he
an
like
assault.
stabbing people with bayonets.
Stab,
All right.
Stabbity.
Where is it? There it is. We're assaulting. Okay. Just gonna go for it.
All right.
Okay.
Got one more to regroup.
Yeah. Let's see. What am I rolling against? 6. Here's the roll. 10. Nope.
Oh,
Yes.
jeez.
Kidding?
He has
Come on.
become a hero.
Jeez. Okay. So now
I was hoping we'd get at least one hero.
Yeah, that's the final rule that basically hasn't been covered.
All right, so he must immediately, first of all, he gets a heroic marker,
Uh-oh.
which, you know what, actually, I don't think is on the, you got to dig them out of the counters, I think.
oh, wait a minute.
This could actually work out for him.
It could.
This, so that 10 did good. I didn't.
No,
Not
and
make-
yes. It
Yeah, yes and no. So here's what happens. He immediately rallies, okay?
All right.
And actually, anybody else in the hex would rally too.
He's the only
He
one.
He is now a hero with an 8 cohesion.
What?
And
Okay.
he must immediately initiate an assault against the closest enemy unit within 5 hexes.
which we know where that is.
So your choice between the machine gun or the squad in the other building there.
Or the church or no?
No, the two that are next to him.
On the F row, F5, F6. You got a choice.
Ooh, okay.
One
Gotcha.
other small nuance is a hero has to initiate assault, but he can assault from 3 away. So even if it
that's
was
why
like 3 away, he can still get into the assault this turn. They just go berserk and run. They just charge.
All right. Well, we're charging where your leader is.
Okay.
I don't know.
He's going to Jackson.
He's going to Jackson.
Oops.
Kansas City, here I come.
Snowballing. Now he's snowballing.
He's snowballing Jackson. You guys,
All right.
you guys are gonna listen to that Johnny Cash song, so
All
it
right.
all becomes relevant.
Yeah, I will.
So then also put an assault. Well, all right. Technically, he's not in the hex yet, but there's no other actions or anything. So we would go. You can go ahead and put him in there, but he would just move up adjacent with an arrow at first.
Declare assault and then go.
Right, because I could shoot at him if I was available or whatever, but it doesn't matter in this case because there's nothing left. So,
gotcha.
But you can put the assault marker on there if you want. Just to...
This actually could turn out brilliantly if he rolls insanely well.
Well,
because you could take the church, you could take the differential and throw it completely off scale with firing into F6 and then the assault on F5. This is huge. And then you got Lang up there doing his thing, putting somebody in a.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Bill. Shall we?
Putting cats in the blender up there.
All right. So I think that's everything because everybody's acted, right? So now Actually, before you did 2, we should have put the assaulting unit in the church. I assume you didn't want to feint, correct?
No, I'm going for the church.
There I put them in there for you.
Okay, there you go.
So we got to do fire.
Let's go.
So let me do that 2 there that in the church. Yes!
Yes! Oof. Oof.
And then there's that.
And then there's that.
And there's that.
What?
Okay,
what?
So
you forgot to take the marshmallows off your bayonet.
So all right, so he goes to the dead pile.
Oh man, come on.
Allow me to move the casualty track.
Sure, go ahead. Just do it.
All right. So he goes to the German dead pile, and then there's only the crappy ones left in the cup.
Heart of stone. Heart of stone.
All right. So
that was my heart.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll for odd or even, or does it really matter?
It doesn't matter because there's only 1 cup left. So
that was second platoon or third?
That's third.
Third. Here we go. Third. Well, there is.
Hold on. I'm moving to the casualty barn for you. All right. Draw your guy.
Yeah, I did. He's. Is that a crappy guy? I don't. He looks pretty good.
Well, he's got a 0 firepower, but he's disrupted now, so he's going to lose his assault value too.
Oh, great. All right.
And then I don't know. I'll roll that 1. I'll roll this 1 on your disrupted guy.
Sure.
Oh, it's only a 5. Is that going to do anything? Nope, it does not. Lucky. All right, and you got a couple on me, so.
All right, so we're gonna roll for the how many? There's 2 -1s, so there's 2 guys fired.
It's not. One's a -2.
Oh, correct.
Yeah.
I'll do the -1 first.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay. That's a 7.
Yeah.
And then the -2.
Oh, gee whiz.
All right.
Couldn't finish them off.
No.
Well, it is. Those are your assaults. So, which order you want to do them?
Well, does the church one still go forward?
It does.
Well, let's just do that one.
All right. So You want to do
Oh,
the math on it?
come
You
on,
want to do
build
the
this.
math on it?
Build the suspense with the other ones first.
Okay, fine. Let's
You've got viewers to think of.
go with Lang, the most probable assault
In the woods there? All right.
in the woods. At least somebody's going to do something good here. So let me. I want to see. There we go. I got a 3-1 differential just across the board, blue numbers. And then does the woods
No.
give anybody you cover or nothing?
Nope.
You're all in the woods.
Oh, okay. So I got
just cruise down that assault value modifier list.
where is that?
It's on the other side of the fire tables, or the other half of the page. On the left, it's all the blue stuff. The blue stuff's assault.
Oh, assault value modifiers.
It's actually color coded.
if you're not colorblind.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no. But
First one, cohesion differential.
okay, not quite. Again, assaults I'm kind of weak on, but I got a +2 right now to this roll. So
You got cohesion differential,
right.
right? So
Well,
your best combat guy's a 6, and mine's a 5, so he has a +1.
okay, so I got a +3.
Yep. So 4-1. So you got a +3 on the roll, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, here we go.
In a blender.
All
You
right.
put them in a blender.
So that's the second most deadly roll. So I have to retreat. Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to go back to the woods if I can make it. I never mind. Sorry. If I were not disrupted, I would make a cohesion check. And if I passed it, I was disrupted. And if I didn't pass it, I take a casualty. But since I'm already disrupted, I take a casualty automatically.
Yay!
Right. So that's first squad. So second platoon. Second platoon. We'll flip him, and we will back the casualty track up 1. So there you go. So how's that?
Yay!
Yeah.
That helps a little.
A little bit. All right.
And Tony, this is where you say your tears are delicious.
Yeah.
You know he's Tom, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You've been
Tom,
calling me
Tom,
Tony.
why- Why? Yeah,
I've
Tom.
been called Tony a lot. I don't know. Maybe it's just that.
It's a last name, I think.
Forget about it.
How do you say
DiPiazza.
that? DiPiazza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
DiPiazza.
I
yeah.
grew up,
Here we got your heroic guys next.
I grew up in a heavy Italian neighborhood, and I love all my good friends there. And,
Yeah.
And they were all named Tony.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a 2-2 with just blue numbers.
Yep.
Now the heroic.
He is an 8. His cohesion is 8.
Okay, so 8 to, so that gives me another +2.
Yes, it does.
All right, so I got a +4 to this roll.
Well, no, you got it'd be 4-2.
You wish you had it.
But
I know.
But
Okay,
I
what-
got the building, right? So that's a +1 to me. So it's really 4-3.
Oh, not. I like +4 better.
Yeah.
I know. But hey, you get +1.
+1. All
Yeah.
right, here we go. Here's the roll.
Oh.
Bad for
Kidding?
you.
Okay.
You know why? You know why you went out of order?
Pretty sure that was Bill's order. All right, so he's got to retreat and then check for casualties.
So I have to retreat now, correct?
And you lose. I took the heroic off. That just goes away.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Well,
I'd rather see that happen there than in the church.
yeah. Okay.
So you roll
We're
for
saving
him.
the best for last.
Exactly. I
Make
mean,
it
you got to think about the
cohesion
viewers.
Check.
Building suspense and tension.
Okay, so casualty, I got to check for casualty. What am I rolling against
Cohesion,
again?
but yeah, it's just 6 or less.
Cohesion.
Yeah, so he's good actually.
Is good.
So he's going to end up with a regrouping marker,
Okay, regroup.
and I'm going to get a regrouping marker. Except I got to check for Jackson lead or loss. They're okay.
Please, please, please.
Okay, regroup. Regroup is on. The final assault here.
All right, Tom.
Okay. What do
All
we
right.
got? I got
So, yeah, it's just like that's bad, man.
This is it. You couldn't script it better.
I know, right? Well,
Is-
you might have a couple minutes after this, but so
Is
you're
this-
at 0,
Oh my gosh.
and I got 3 plus the church, so that's 4.
It's going to go well, and the couple minutes are going to be at the Hofbrau having a beer.
All right, so you're at -4, man.
-4.
Yeah, get a 10.
And I need a 10. A 9 won't even do it, will it?
No.
Okay. Here's the roll. Ready? Oh,
Oh,
wow.
so close.
Close. An 8. Come on.
Yeah, too bad you weren't chucking hand grenades. It might have worked.
Yeah.
So retreat. Again, so you got to go towards your board edge, at least 2, up to 4, 2 to 4. And you want to take the retreat path that doesn't go next to my guys. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, like if we were playing out, you would go to D4 and then D5.
Yeah. That's what it, yeah.
Except you're the one that's retreating.
Yeah. Dog.
I saw that. I saw that fly move.
What move? What move?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, now I know what you mean. I totally didn't catch that. That was your move unit.
That was my
right?
guy.
All right, there we go.
So you got to make your cohesion check though.
He tries to play innocent.
I totally didn't catch that. Cohesion. 10.
Oh, that's unfortunate
That is.
because that's just a section, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
pretty much gone.
Yeah. So that's a straight up casualty.
Oh, wow. And you're going to move that on the casualty track?
Boy, when
Yeah, I
you
got
roll,
it. And
Oh,
we're regrouping.
they had so much hope and promise.
Man, this has been a messy one.
the church, that church is difficult. It's
Oh, it's
difficult
tough.
to even get
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And then the Americans got that 3-strength assault squad in there. It's like a bunch of guys from Brooklyn or whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
That's the Italians.
yeah, that's definitely the squad you want in there.
Oh, yeah, they did him proud.
All right.
That's Lee Marvin and the boys.
Yeah. All right. So assaults, mortars, time lapse. That's your role, my friend.
All right, here we go. Oh,
1,
7.
2, 3, 4. So we're at 32. And 9 makes 41. So definitely in draw territory, but the game is not over.
That's right.
So, all right, on we go.
Okay.
Clean up. I don't think anyone's out of line of sight, so no one gets concealment.
All right.
Back to Jan initiative.
You put a control
Ooh.
marker in that house.
Oh yeah, I got it. Oh, that I'm just deleting them instead.
Not that it matters much. He's still over, but
Oh hey, it's a moral.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
it's a moral victory.
I got an 8 on initiative. That's yours, so you get your +2. Ooh.
Yeah. Not working. Not happening.
Okay, so, well, let's get to it. We're gonna start by recovering this section over in the woods here.
Hmm.
He's a 6. He's a 1. Oh, he rallies. So he will shoot at Lang just because.
Just because.
That is a -1.
I still see one of your markers there. I think we forgot to delete it.
Which one?
The on top of Lang. He
put
got.
What?
Let me see.
Put it there.
What?
It's only on my screen apparently.
What marker is it?
It's the
Oh,
full
it's an-
squad that retreated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't. Let me see. I can't.
Should be in the dead pile. I got him in the dead pile.
Yeah, he didn't move there for me, and I can't delete him. It's no big deal. I know he's not there.
All right. So the section fired at you. Oh, I see him now. Here, let me.
There you go. He's gone now.
All right.
Okay.
Got him.
There we go. We got him.
Yeah.
All right.
Bunch
So
of
he
traitors.
shot at. All right, we're gonna regroup the guys in the church.
Yeah.
6 and a 2 regroups them. So they're
Mm.
good.
Gosh.
And they're gonna put some fire on your guys out in the open there,
Your
Of
attack.
course.
like so.
That attack was so successful they changed sides.
All right. Jackson's helping him regroup his machine gun. Ooh, nice double. They're like double rally. They can take like 5 actions,
Dang, man.
5 action.
and they're gonna withdraw into the church.
Is that necessary?
Squad.
Really?
6. Oh gosh, this squad becomes heroic.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
No, that's a great thing. That's a great thing for you.
Why?
For me?
Yes. Because he's got to go off and attack somebody.
The guy next to him before he can recover.
Yeah.
Tables just turned, man. We got nuts.
Wow, they totally turned. I mean, they turned big time. I kept it close.
Crazy.
Did what I could.
So crazy. All right, I'm done, man. Reaction. That's all my stuff.
Just huddle in a corner.
Right.
Go suck your thumb. That's all you can do. Make the most of it, though.
Right. So, I mean, can Rolf here even assault the church anymore? Is he too far away?
Absolutely not.
No.
Come at me,
Well,
bro.
Come at me, bro.
And
All right,
live
well-
and live.
Yeah, I mean, what do you got in there now? You got, you got Jackson and,
Yeah, the machine gun can defend, so the machine gun will add 1 to the defense.
He's got his everything in there.
I still have Rolf in one of my best units, though.
Come on. I know, because
Go
he's
for
got the good cohesion, even for a section.
Go for it.
Yeah, I have to. So these guys are, let me see, where's my, they're gonna, where's that marker?
Counters don't bleed, and they come back for the next game.
Well, you don't burn them like a legacy. You don't tear them up like some legacy.
Legacy game? No. That'd be brutal, though, wouldn't it?
Right.
Think about that. What a game that would be. You just came upon, like, a gaming, like, epiphany.
You know what? The war gamers would pay for it too.
Legacy counter games, and you'd have to buy.
It's
You'd have
just
to buy
ugly.
like the next like replacements.
Don't they call that miniature gaming?
Yeah, essentially.
Oh, man. I mean, I don't even know what to do here. I mean,
Just shoot them.
how about another assault on those guys?
Why not?
Yeah. Sure.
All right, so
Chase them all.
I'll move them here first. I'll put the assault marker on.
They're on their way to Dunkirk.
Wait, this is Elsenborn Ridge.
Yeah.
I'll flip. I'll make a regroup. That's got to be better than my cohesion, correct?
Correct.
So here's the regroup roll. No, gosh,
Well, that's good.
Oh, that
Happened.
it's under.
Yeah, equal or under.
All right, so
that automatically rallies him. So if you want to do something with him,
There you go.
there's not much to do, I guess. But
yeah, well, I don't know if getting another rural building does anything for me at this point, but
you could shoot at the church, but I don't know that the modifier is going to be too low to do anything.
that's all I can do. I mean,
Yeah,
that's worse than
you can't shoot at assault hexes, so
I can shoot at the church, though. Correct?
you could shoot at the church for the guys that regrouped. I don't think the other guys can reach it, or they can't see through those buildings. Like I said, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 on a 10. That's what, -1, -4. It'd be -3. You could do something.
It's worth a shot. I'm gonna put a fire. They're gonna fire.
Do you guys see that?
What?
If I do that? No, you
What?
don't. Line of sight. I did
No.
Okay.
No, we can't.
That's good.
You're like invisible, man.
Just making sure. You never know.
Say it's a -3, right, Tom?
Yes.
Because you get 1
or
for range, 3 for the church, so it's a -4. So 1 -3.
Okay. Sounds right.
And then if you want to do something with those other guys,
Yeah, we're just gonna fire on these guys, both units.
you can't. Who are they going to fire on?
You're the guys that are heroic.
No, they can't because they're in assault already.
Okay.
You can't fire.
Well
on
then.
them. Although, small nuance, if there was a fixed fortified position, you could fire on friendly or enemy units in a hex with a fortified position. But that's
Okay. That's not
just
this
bring out
case,
random
though.
rules to pretend I know it.
That's
Right.
fine.
Helps me remember too.
I'm just,
I'd say the church is fortified.
Too far. You only get 2 movement points. Sorry.
Yeah.
that's right.
Reactive.
Yep. You're right. Okay.
Or 1 hex. I don't know. There's not really a whole lot for those guys that do.
No, right.
But
I'll go there. And these guys will. They can't even fire on the church because their line of sight is all blocked. So
I know, right?
that's it.
Okay, so just pile all these guys in the assault. Here, I'll help you. I got the
Okay. Yeah,
pile
go ahead.
stack there. You can stack the other ones if you want. Move the
Which
arrow.
other one?
Flip the arrow and pile them in there. Oh, man. Oh, I see. Get this guy off. I do see a range 0 something or other on here. Is that?
Yeah, I see that.
It's like an artifact.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Funky.
So that.
Yeah, I don't. That I think I did something and it stuck there, but
Right. All right. So we got to do fire first. So I got a -1 on Lang and his dudes. Here it comes. Nothing.
nothing.
Yay!
Boom. All right. And then I got a 1 on your guys that came into the church. That's a
Okay.
6. Does that do anything? That does not do anything.
Nope.
Nothing.
Not even close.
They're sitting there having coffee.
All right. You got you got a -3 on my guys. So go for it.
Okay.
10.
Here we go. -3.
10. Oh,
What?
you forgot the 0.
All right, so see, actually, I have the initiative, so I'll pick I'm gonna do my assault first, my hero.
Go ahead.
All right, I've got +2, so it's 4. I got +4, right?
Okay.
2 and then 2 for the cohesion. So +4, that's a 10. So
Wow.
if you are already disrupted, you casualty. So
Yeah, he's gone.
that's just a section, all right? Yeah, so he's gone.
Yeah.
I will move the track. Oh, you're right at the limit.
You were doing so well, and then
Yeah.
then your
Sure
rolls
dead.
went to like
They went to poop in a handbasket.
All right, let's do the one up top in the left there with Lang.
Okay.
That's a straight up 3 to 1.
3-1, straight up 3-1.
Yeah.
So that's ultimately a +2.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Roll. Huh,
Uh,
9.
Oh, sure. Now.
All right.
I know.
So, I can retreat along my board edge. You can go laterally along the edge there. I'll just go that far and see if I survive. So
Okay.
I basically make a cohesion check, and I passed it, so I automatically disrupt. If I'd failed it, I would have casualty. So it's like it's the bad cohesion check after an assault. Now you do need to roll for Lang for a leader loss check.
Okay, here we go.
Wouldn't that be the icing on the cake?
Oh, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
That'd be a slap in the face.
I got a 7, so I think he's so right.
All right, so last assault. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, you've got.
I got a 2.
You got 2.
And you have 4, 3, 5.
5.
Wow.
Plus the church is 6, but you've got cohesion, so you're 3. 3 to 6. So -3 on that one.
A -3.
Come on.
Come on. I need a 10, basically. Or maybe a 9. Let's see.
So, all right, that's the really bad one on the other end.
Yeah.
Way to go. Way to go, Tom.
And then there's that.
And then there's that.
So go ahead and retreat them, and then you can make your checks. But you wanna not retreat next to that other unit I got over there. Otherwise, it's like an extra check.
Yeah, you got to go to like C5.
Yeah, you could go to C5.
Oh, gosh, I took the whole stack.
Hey, look at that. You're going to take the church one way.
Let me just get my, there we are. How about that? Is that better?
I'll make a quick roll for Jackson. He's okay.
Okay, quick roll for Jackson. He's got an 8.
So both your guys roll, and if they pass, they disrupt. If they fail, they actually, what'd you get? What'd you roll for the assault?
Two. Wasn't it?
Yeah, 2 was up there.
It was -3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it
yeah.
-1. All right, yeah. So we're not quite all the way to the bottom of the thing. All right, so roll. Yeah, so roll for your guys.
Okay, my first roll was an 8.
All right. So was that your squad or your section?
Yeah.
All right. So that's gonna be casualty.
Gosh.
Yeah.
When does the bleeding stop here, Mark? When does it stop?
It's about to. It's gonna be over your limit here. So.
Yeah.
So he can go to the graveyard.
Oh gosh. Okay. GE dead.
It's not when it stops, but how it stops.
Yeah.
Then you got to roll your cohesion check for Rolf.
Okay, there's Rolf, 8.
So he's going to take a casualty. Now you could theoretically roll for the leader loss, but you just lost him. So he goes 7 ahead on the time track. So you'd actually move him over to the other page and then stick him on the 9.
On the 9. Ouch.
Yeah. So if the time marker ever got there, he'd come back.
Yeah, time's not getting there. It's bad. Just
so
bad.
Then just filling out the time roll is a 9. So we're gonna go 5 minutes. So time will end at 37, but you're over your casualty limit. So.
Yeah. That's an instant loss, isn't it?
That's done.
Okay.
I will say this, Tom. Well played.
Yeah,
that was very well played. That was very, very well played. You circled it. You circled them pretty good there.
Thanks.
That church is tough.
It is.
I don't know. I played this a week or two ago with somebody, and as a Germans, man, I just couldn't
do it.
I think that's the closest I've ever seen anybody get to taking it.
I wonder if you just concentrate everything on the church first. I don't know.
What was it? The Kobayashi Maru of 100 yards.
Yeah. Well, it was it was a great game. I mean, I had fun. I learned some things. You know, I'll still be reading the rules and all that. And I mean, I did what I thought I should.
You did pretty
So,
well.
Yeah, it did very well.
What'd you think of the gameplay and stuff? You enjoy it?
oh yeah.
Good.
And as soon as it's like any game. Once you get everything down, it's gonna flow a lot smoother.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
totally.
It's gonna
And that's
okay.
one of the things I like about this one. I mean, once you kind of get the process, man, it really, you can move it. I mean, it goes quick. You know, you just play real fast and fluid. And
Right. So, you know, again, I'm learning. You're teaching, and it took a while, but
all right.
I have fun. I mean, I was glad I said yes to playing. I was like,
Good.
I almost backed
That was a lot of
out
fun.
thinking, I'm too new at this. Like, yeah.
You had me worried there. I was worried. I wasn't sure when to start pulling back towards the church.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, do you stay around another couple minutes to fire, or do you try and pull back, or so?
I think
I mean,
Tom could have maybe had a better push on the church. I think
Yeah.
it was like 2 rounds too late.
Yeah.
Remember when I said, you know, you got to look at the time track and make your decision based on that's when you should have went and you sat him behind the wall. I would have at that point I would have ran him in.
Okay.
The other thing, I wonder if Lang would have had like 2 squads with him and came at the church from that other building there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to approach the church near that wall because there's no real cover. But you can assault from that other building. I don't know. Tough.
The tricky part of that though is like, I think it was critical for him to have Lang circle way around.
That pulled a squad off.
Yeah, with the scorpion move, and because at that point, you know, he got you to react to his movements, whereas previous to that, everything was him moving and then you just spraying at him.
Right.
You know, and that, to me, when you get your enemy reacting to what you're doing, you're then taking them out of their gameplay, you know, out of their plans. And then, it becomes a matter of, if you get a good dice roll or 2, then you can get them back on their heels. So to me, that whole move with Lang was perfection.
Mm.
You know, I just would have, I would have.
Sounds like a compliment to good tactical thinking, Tom.
Well,
definitely.
Well, thanks.
I mean,
for a new war gamer in general, but I kind of see things here on the map and everything, and I'm like, well, I could try to go around and flank or go straight at them, but I just chose the flank option. I'm like, well, I'm gonna try to get these buildings and take my lumps on the way there, which luckily
I appreciate when the attacker's aggressive. I mean, you kind of have to be, but
yeah.
I play one guy. He tends to be very, very cautious, and I'm just like, I'm going, man. I just want to go. So plus, you don't have a lot of time, right? I mean, you got to keep moving. So go for it. Go for it.
Right.
From the military perspective, it's all about speed, action, and violence of force. So
yep.
That's what you're sort of initiating here. You've got to have that in this scenario. If you don't, you're not gonna be successful. And maybe that's why this is such a good scenario for a first one, is because it teaches you that's speed and putting up a good force is necessary.
Certainly, not sitting back and just
because
we got to take that building. Oh, wait a minute.
I think for a first scenario, if you're like a brand new person coming into wargaming, you're gonna have a tendency to sit back on your heels and just be too cautious.
Yeah,
you can't do that in this.
Yeah,
never faint.
Never. You're not a goat.
No, we're not gonna faint. I can see where maybe there's a particular place for that, and I'm glad it's an option, but not in this, not right here.
I think the game's pretty cool in the sense that you got a lot of those kind of options where if it's just right, maybe fainting is a good choice, or you can mean, there's lots of little sort of toolboxy kind of things where you.
But what does that really?
draw,
What does a feint accomplish, though? I mean, you know, to me, it just doesn't really make much sense.
Well, it depends. If you got heavy fire markers on you, you may not want to end up with disrupted guys getting a killer assault result against them.
Yeah.
I mean, then they're stuck with cat. Well, the other thing is, if the feint doesn't succeed, they have to withdraw. So there's potential to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't see that as a viable solution.
That's why I said, man.
Yeah.
Never feint.
Yeah.
Guys, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for sticking out, Bill and Tom. That was a great game, man. We'll do it again. Switch topics, whatever.
I
Sure.
definitely enjoyed watching, and I wouldn't mind getting one in myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm gonna have a bunch of free time next week, so maybe I'll hit you guys up and we'll
Sure.
time to play.
Absolutely. I'm free most days.
I'm scared to play Bill. He sounds really smart.
He does.
I don't know.
I'd watch that one. I definitely would watch that one.
I played a lot of war games, but I tend to sometimes get myself into hot water with being a little too aggressive.
No guts, no glory. We said that, right?
That's right.
Fortune favors the bold is a motto.
Well, there's that.
Then there's that. Yeah.
That's right.
All right, guys, have a good night, and I'm gonna try and get this up on YouTube so others can check it out. And
awesome. Thanks for putting it on.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see you online, guys. Night.
All right.
Hey,
Bye.
hit me up on Facebook. What's your name?
Fred.
Rob?
Bill.
Frank?
I don't know. Louis?